What is up, everybody? Welcome to the NXT Watchalong. It is Tuesday, February 18th. I am here. I'm ready to go. We are 3 minutes away from NXT starting. Thank you so much to everybody who's here right now. Today's episode of NXT is looking like it's going to be a fun one, hopefully. We have some expectations for it, so hopefully it pans out. I am going to be going and putting the, the audio second. Oops, that's not. Sorry, guys. The NXT, the preview of the documentary for the Gabby Petito, which I'm gonna watch later on, by the way, started playing. That was what you guys were listening to. Oh wait, you guys didn't even hear that. This wasn't even on yet. Okay, hold on. Let me get this audio going. That's too loud. Okay. Why is this so loud? Let me mute this actually because that's music. Oh, and that cannot be on the screen. Hold on. Let me get the second stream going. There's a lot happening here. All right. So we are 2 minutes away from this now beginning. Oh, yeah. So in terms of expectations and what we're kind of like hoping for today's episode of NXT, of course, the big thing that was promoted was, of course, the signing of Ricky Starks making his official NXT signing of the contract. We're expecting Jordynne Grace because, of course, she was, somebody that came out at Vengeance Day at the end of the show, and she confronted Stephanie and Julia. We also have the NXT number one contendership for the NXT North American title, and that one is also one that I'm really looking forward to because I am a fan of all the people in that matchup. So I think for the most part, today's episode of NXT could be a good one. Actually, I just saw this too. Shawn Michaels tweeted out 11 minutes ago saying, "I have no doubt it's going to be an interesting night," and then put a bunch of little eyeball emojis. So I wonder what he means by that. And then we also have the tag team match for the women. That one should be fun too. And then there's going to be a singles match with Channing Stacks Lorenzo and Shawn Spears. So quite a few interesting items that we will be seeing on today's show. All right, let me give some shout outs. In the meantime, we are still a minute away from the show starting. So I want to say hello to Mike Kowinski. We got Daryl McCluskey. We got Dominic Carranza. We got Ryan Powell in the building. What is up, Mike C? He says, just worked my second 10-hour shift this week, going on third tomorrow. Let's get absolute. Well, dude, more power to you, man. Seriously, it's all about the hustle and the bustle life. We got the autistic announcer in the building, Jay Grouse 9, Ebony Prince, Joseph Ramus. Thank you so much for putting over the hair for today. The bangs are kind of banging today. This is probably the best they've been in at least like 2 weeks. All right, NXT is about to get started. I'm still waiting. It's almost there. We got Raphael Smith, Tremaine Young, who's also here. Taylor Cannon, what is up? We got Steve 5, Chris Holsinger, Pierre, Jeremiah. We got Sarah in here. All right, guys, NXT starting. Let me get the audio going.
Now.
Okay. Is that good for everybody? All right. If the audio is good, what's up, Floor Tone? Good to see you. David Primera, how are you? Chris, Fernando Zayas, Double S, good to see you. We got IC Benoit. What is up, everyone? Daniel Mullenix, thank you so much for letting me know the audio is good. All right. Here we go. NXT time. Oh, you know what? I need to promote this. I have not even promoted this on Twitter yet.
Because the NXT universe is ready to feel the fallout from all the pain, all the destruction, all the vengeance. We are live in our nation's capital tonight. It's not about love or admiration. It's about revenge and pain. Welcome.
All right, hold on. I got to promote this gang thing. Let's see.
Inamura, we will see you at Vengeance Day.
I feel like this is the most buzz NXT has had in a while, so that's exciting.
Retains. Who the hell are these guys? This is premeditated. They're wreaking
all right.
Absolute havoc.
One more. Like, I hate having to have so many freaking social media accounts, guys. They drive me crazy. Like, hold on, I gotta tweet here. Oh, I gotta post this here. I gotta do this here. It drives me nuts. I'm overwhelmed already with all of this. All right. Let's see who else we got here. We got Hassan Taro. We got Arnold Nicholson Jr. here. Moneymaker Chris. We got Don. Good to see you, Don. Says hopefully I can stay awake tonight and not fall asleep. Yesterday was a long day. I get you, girl. Today I'm tired too, man. Yesterday was a long day. I don't know why, but it just was. Let's see who else we got here. We got Terrence Sullivan, King of Strong Style, Double S, Taylor, Joseph Boza. Yes, I do wish I had a one-stop place to promote everything. But it's kind of exhausting having to post across all social media platforms and like be on top of all of that. We got Taylor, we got King Michael Gann, 123, Devon Davis. Good to see you guys. Let's see. And we got our first super chat of the day, by the way. This is from Brandon Rosen. Thank you so much, Brandon. He says, "Sup, Denise? Been a while since I was last able to watch NXT live with you. Can't wait for the signing of Absolute Rick Starkman. I'm excited to see how today he's presented. Of course, everybody's anticipating whether or not Ricky Starks is going to be going as Ricky Starks or if he's going to get some like crazy ass NXT name. I guess we'll find out soon. I'm still under the assumption that he will be going as Ricky Starks, but as always, we don't know until it officially happens. I forgot to mention we'll also be seeing the new group made their debut on Vengeance Day, so I'm expecting for them to do something on tonight's show, or for at least for us to get a little bit more familiar with them. So there's a lot to anticipate on today's show for sure, man. And so thank you so much, Brandon, by the way. Good to see you. And I feel like, yeah, I tried to figure out which days I should do NXT Watchalongs, and I felt like today was a good one. So hopefully it proves me right. We'll see. Brandon, thank you so much for getting the party started here. Appreciate that a whole lot. We still got Icy here predicting Sticky Ricky. What's up to X Molder? Thank you so much for hopping on. I haven't had a chance to watch Evolve, by the way. Or has that even started? Doesn't it start until March? I think it starts in March, right? I forget the exact date that's supposed to be going down. By the way, I did watch LFG. I watched it today. What a night it was. But our NXT champion looks to I thought it was good. Nothing too crazy really happened. No move here tonight. There were some fun little moments. I do like that it really does remind me not just, of course, of Tough Enough, but it also really reminds me of The Voice. There's a lot of little things that they're doing on the show that makes it feel a little bit like The Voice with like the coaches and the coaches getting points and things like that. I don't know. It just reminds me of The Voice. But anyways, wrestling's The Voice. There you go. But it was very fun to see, and I probably will continue and watch the rest of the series. Also, thank you for everybody for letting me know. It's Evolve is March 5th. Thank you. I was looking at that, and I'm like, wait a minute. We'll see when that's happening. King Michael Gann's also excited for a Jordan Grace. Vlad here is looking forward to Evolve on Tubi. We're kicking things off with the Obafemi, by the way. Mind you, Obafemi retained his title against two men, Austin Theory and Grayson Waller, on Vengeance Day, but then he was one of the victims of the attack of the new group, so he should be addressing them today.
Let's get straight to business. You see, those four fools that jumped me at Vengeance Day right after my match, they made one very big mistake. One very big mistake. They didn't finish the job.
No, they didn't.
They hit me with their last shot, with their best shot, and I'm standing here on this.
Hey, Obafemi looks really good with that top bun. Rocking the top bun. The man bun. All right, I like that. A champion who's not afraid to call out all of these unknown people. Oh, this is an interesting theme song. Not what I expected. Oh, wait, what? Wait, what? What? Oh, it's Moose. I was like, wait a minute, what? I was so slow. I was like, wait. Hold the phone there. Hold the phone. Oh, it's Moose and Oba Femi. Wait, I just realized it. Wow, I'm really, really slow. I'm really, really slow. So Moose and Oba Femi is the feud that people wanted to see when it came to NXT TNA collaboration craziness. Like everybody wanted to see Moose and Oba Femi. That was one of the little dream matches.
This is surreal. Look at the NXT universe. They're in shock. They're on their feet. Expect the unexpected Tuesday nights.
Oh, this is exciting. This is exciting.
Oh my God, man. What a moment. This is
the one we were waiting for.
There aren't many men in the game who can stand
I'm so excited about this. Come on, where are we going with this? Come on. Let's go. Champion versus champion. Standing right across from each other. We got holy shit chants. Oh, this is exciting.
Over. I just burst the bubble you've been living in because I'm the one man you can't rule over. That place where you are the man, that's your bubble. In here, I am inevitable. Oh, but this has to happen. Oba Femi versus.
Oh, I love that he just went straight to it. Like, let's just get to it. Like, this is what we want. This was one of the dream matches that we wanted when we were dream booking this whole NXT TNA thing. Oh, they kept it brief and simple. When is this happening?
Oh my God.
When is it happening?
Well, what a night it already has been here at NXT.
Oh, look at Jordan. Oh, she looks so good. Look at, oh my God. She is just like, her physique, like you notice it more when she's wearing regular clothes than when you do when you're wearing like your normal wrestling gear. Oh, there's Ricky Starks.
Contract signing in history takes place tonight.
They still didn't say his name. I was waiting for it. I was like, come on, just say it already. Oh, what a way to kick off the night, guys. Everyone's expecting this match to happen at Stand and Deliver. I don't know when the match is actually happening. I think there's another, isn't there another NXT show coming up before WrestleMania? I'm pretty sure there's another one coming up.
3 women, 1 will win. Who's going to be the new #1 contender for the Women's North American title?
All right, we are on our first commercial break. Let me go ahead and read. Thank you. David Primeros' NXT Roadblock. And that's the March 11th show at MSG Theater. That's the one I was thinking of. So keep in mind, like, they're probably going to want to make that one pretty big too. So maybe Roadblock. That'd probably be like one of the biggest roadblocks that they've had if they do that match. So, oh, this is so exciting, guys. This is exciting. I think Moose is a really good wrestler, and he looks the part. He's been a strong champion, a multi-time champion now at this point with TNA. So I was saying earlier that when everybody was thinking of matches, when this whole TNA WWE collaboration started, everybody was like, come on, we need to see Moose versus Oba Femi. And the fact that they went like right to it, and this is the match that they knew that people wanted, I think it's very cool because it seems to me like they're really listening to what the fans want. Like, if you're going to do this collaboration, like, you better do what the fans want. And If not, like, what's the point, right? And so I feel like they are definitely listening, and they are probably reading people's tweets. They are listening to people's opinions, and seeing what they say in terms of like coming up with like predictions or like wish lists and stuff. Man, hold on one second, guys. This thing's pissing me off. All right, screw it. I was trying to add a picture on this Facebook post, but it wouldn't let me add a picture, so I'm just going to leave it as is. Boo! I uploaded 4 pictures on Facebook, but I wanted to add one more, but it doesn't let me, so I don't know why. But anyways, all right, let's go ahead and we got a couple of super chats. Thank you so much, man, to everybody, by the way. We got David Primero who says, hey, Denise, did you see the new WWE ID titles? I did. They are nice, but they are the most WWE thing ever. I think that I was under an assumption of what WWE ID was, and I wasn't expecting them to add championship belts to that. It feels a little bit like super, like, let's just add WWE logos everywhere. So it is like the most WWE thing to do. The belts are nice, but again, I think I have a lot more questions about this WWE ID thing. Like every time I thought I figured it out, there's just like more things to ask about it. David Primero, thank you for sending the super chat. You didn't even have to since you sent it with the DWO comment, but thank you so much for asking about this. And like I said, it was just one of those things where I think WWE just likes to make belts at this point. Like if they had a YouTube belt, they would make a YouTube belt. Like they would do it. WWE YouTube belt. Junction 2888. Thank you so much for the super chat, man. He says, can't wait for Ricky Rhodes contract signing. Watch them name him like Ricky Ricardo. Oh my God, that would be something for sure. But no, I really do think he's gonna be Ricky Starks. I feel like the reason they didn't like say his name right now is because I think they're trying to keep people in anticipation of what they're gonna name him. But anyways, we are back here on NXT. And I'm sweating now. I have to take off this sweater pretty soon because after the way we kick things off, I wasn't expecting that much excitement in the first like 10 minutes of NXT, which now I'm happy that I did this watch along. And now I feel like Shawn Michaels' tweet definitely did not disappoint because he had said that he was like, you know, he kept his eyes open. So I wasn't expecting, you know, Moose, but I think that it lived up. The hype of his tweet lived up to the moment. Thank you so much, Junction 2888. Hope you're having a good one.
William, sorry to interrupt. We wanted to formally invite you to our party tonight.
There you go. Inviting the GM to our party. That's ballsy.
Kale Dixon and Uriah Connors.
No. You two really think it's a good idea inviting the GM to one of your parties?
Ava and Eddie Thorpe. I guess Ava and Eddie Thorpe.
Didn't he do the?
Are they on good terms now?
Bro, yeah.
They hate each other.
Every good party needs good music.
No, hell no. I just shocked the world on Saturday. Now you think I'm gonna come play one of your parties? Shouldn't you boys be in class or something anyways?
I wish, but Mr. Chase keeps turning us down.
Yeah, well, that's probably for the best because Mr. Chase will probably just ruin your lives and bring you down just like he did Chase you.
Wow. How dare you? You don't talk about Mr. Chase like that.
Yeah, this is the most we've heard about Mr. Chase in a while.
Any day of the week.
You're stupid and delusional.
He would have. And that's why, on behalf of Mr. Chase, we're challenging you to a match.
You guys speak on behalf of Mr. Chase now?
Yeah, we do. We're like this.
Wait, when did they get associated with Andre Chase? When did this happen? Oh man, I'm out of the loop on that one. I'm out of the loop. Yeah, I wonder if they're gonna bring back Chase University. They might. All right. In the meantime, let me catch up here with these super chats. We got John Taylor in the building. He says, "Big meaty moose slapping meat with Oba." Yeah, I can't wait to see that. I wonder when they're going to make that match. Again, they're looking like it's going to be Roadblock, maybe NXT Stand and Deliver. I doubt they'll just blow it off on a regular episode of NXT, so I don't think that's happening. So I'm expecting it at one of these freaking shows. Or who knows, maybe they will do a little NXT versus TNA show. Maybe. We'll see. We got Steven Marchuli here who says, when does Starks have his first NXT match? I'm hoping we find out today, right? Maybe someone will confront him in this contract signing. Maybe he'll mention some names maybe something along those lines. So I'm hoping that today we have a better indication of where Ricky Starks is going to go in terms of like who we might be expecting him to have his first feud with. Oh, hey, Kelani. Her hair looks phenomenal. I don't know if she's ever worn it like that. It looks great. We also got Sven Big here who says, Denise, thank you as always. Like your cassette sweater. Most kids probably don't know what that is. You're the best. Thank you so much, Sven Big. This is my sweater that I actually got for free from Fluffy. It was part of the merchandise box that he sent. I don't know if you guys saw that, but like a few days ago, I posted a video of me unboxing a big box of merch that I got from Gabriel Iglesias. And I only showed one of the items, but the other item included this sweater, 2 t-shirts, and a beanie.
Well, the winner of this match will be the
that's what it included. Anyways, it's time for the #1 contenders match to determine the new #1 contender for the Women's North American title. Whoever wins this match will go on to face Stephanie Vaquer. So this is one that I'm keeping my eye on because Karmen Petrovic has been featured pretty heavily a lot more on NXT. Like you can tell they believe in her and they want her to like start getting over with the people. Kelani Jordan, of course, is your first time. Your first ever NXT North American Women's Champion. And then, well, Jaida Parker is like legitimately a fan favorite and on the rise. So I feel like I'm not really sure who will take this win. I wouldn't be surprised if it's Karmen Petrovic. I feel like they're probably going to have someone that can lose to Stephanie Vaquer without it having to be someone that
in control.
I feel like they think maybe Karmen Petrovic could take a loss to Stephanie Vaquer. So that's why I'm thinking it could be Stephanie. But it could also be Kelani, and Kelani and Stephanie would have a great freaking match. So I can see that happening too. I feel like if it's Jaida Parker versus Stephanie, I feel like there's going to be a very split crowd where there might be some people that are like, let's just go with Jaida. But of course, Stephanie just won the title, so she needs to get a successful defense, which is why I'm kind of thinking that Karmen Petrovic might win this. And thank you so much for the super chat. We got John Taylor who says, look what Ricky Starks has done to me. I'm watching my 3rd NXT show in a row, including the PLE. Yo, they're converting you, John, to an NXT fan. That's great. I did a video yesterday, actually, reacting to the Wrestling Observer Newsletter Awards, and NXT was voted, I think, like the 2nd worst show or something like that. And I'm like, oh, come on now, that's a little harsh. I don't think it deserves that spot. So I'm hoping that NXT gets back up there and doesn't land in the spot like that for the next year's award. So I'm going to start by converting people, and the way you convert people is by doing the things that they're doing on the show right now, which is delivering with the women's wrestling, bringing in people from another company to like add some freshness to the show, add some life to the show, surprises, things like that, which is what we're seeing. And we are, I don't know if it's going to play the match through the commercials. Let me see. Oh, yes.
No, we've talked about it.
It is playing the match through the commercials. Sweet. All right. So John Taylor, welcome to the 3rd week of NXT content.
We're trying to get the first challenger to be set. I asked Graves.
All right, guys, 1 second. I need to take off this damn sweater because I am sweating so much. So 1 second.
I mean, you're talking about Ava, right? Yeah. You're talking about Ava now. She's done a hell of a job. When we're talking about someone who should get
all right, thank you very much. I just could not be in a sweater any longer. Honestly, the funny part is I didn't even know what shirt I had underneath this. Like, legit, I had no idea what I was wearing underneath this. So good thing I'm wearing something appropriate. I would have been so embarrassed if I was wearing like something that I wouldn't want to be seen on screen with. What is some old raggedy t-shirt or something? So I'm so glad I actually had a shirt that I thoroughly enjoy.
Right now, trying to break the hold is Parker. Parker trying to shift her weight. And with Jordan being taken out of the equation for the moment, it's essentially
we got another super chat, by the way. Thank you so much to the Champ 39. Good to see you again, man. The Champ 39 says, hey, Denise, since Moose shockingly appeared on NXT earlier tonight, would we see a future Moose versus Cody in the future? Since they both have history in Impact and imagine Brandy would get involved. Oh, dear. I feel like they're going to keep it more so on the NXT side. unless Moose gets over the way that Joe Hendry did, then maybe we won't see Moose make some main roster appearances. But I don't think so, though. I feel like Moose is going to pretty much stick on the NXT side. And, you know, who knows? I wouldn't be surprised if, like, the only plan for him is the match with Obafemi. Like, I feel like that's probably as far as they thought when it came to Moose and what he might be doing. So I'm going to say no. And then just Cody's just so on a whole different world that I don't think that they would do that. I think he's just he's so high above, you know, he's such a top guy. I don't think that they would do that. But Champ 39, thank you so much for the super chat, man.
I just saw Shanti running back and forth. Graves, I don't know if you would agree with me, but Booker would look good in that blue leather jacket.
Hell no, I wouldn't wear that.
Jada Parker now maybe looking for a figure 4.
It's turquoise, isn't it?
That's definitely not turquoise. That's definitely blue with a little bit of fur on it. And right now into maybe an Indian deathlock of sorts.
Modified. This Parker needs to step on the knee, kick it away, and really maximize the pressure.
All right, let's see what we got here.
Whoa! Has been working on the game. Just got caught.
Oh, look at this! A full Nelson with
Oh, nice.
She can't tell.
Carmen Petrovic is doing this like full Nelson with her legs on Jada Parker.
All the pressure, all the torque on the neck. Look at the shoulders of Jada Parker, and there comes Kelani.
Sorry.
For the crossface, and Booker with the crossface.
Okay.
Kelani to Karmen after the matchup last week.
Kelani Jordan is in perfect position to get right back to the top, but just got.
We got another super chat. What's up, Dan? We got Dan Lutzka in the building. He says, "Can you imagine? Can you imitate Booker T again? Lol, love it when he gets excited in his commentary. I think of you when you did it."
What's not to be excited about?
All right, I'll do the awkward one that he does for Stephanie when he goes, I can't do it the way he does. I just can't. You got to really be in the mood for it. And then he also does, let me see. Hold on, whoop that trick. And then he goes, no, wait. I gotta get it a little deper, right? Oh wait, that sounds wrong. I was talking about my voice. Gotta make my voice a little deeper to imitate Booker T. Yeah, I like it. Or I forgot how he says it. But yeah, Booker T comes up with some random ones. Oh yeah, man. There you go. Oh yeah, man. He's wild, man. Dan, thank you so much for the super chat, man. Seriously, that was a fun one.
Karmen Petrovic, the one standing right now, showing.
Oh God, I can't even imagine if they were to get like the Hawk Tua girl to make like a cameo on NXT. Dude, I cannot imagine the things that Booker T would come up with. Or they would probably have to like make sure he doesn't say anything too inappropriate. But yeah, I don't know what's going on with the Hawk Tua girl, so I have no idea what's going on there.
Incredible effort from Kelani.
Dan Lutzka, what is up, dude? Hell yeah. Dan Lutzka just gifted 5 DWO memberships. Hell yeah. Let me know if anybody here in the chat ended up getting one. I know that YouTube does them randomly. YouTube decides who gets the memberships. I don't know how they do it, but they do. So if anybody here got one, let me know. Thank you so much, Dan. That was very kind of you. What's up to Jinx Billions? We also got Raphael Smith, Jay Grouse. Good stuff.
Yeah, but I'm going to tell you right now, not winning, that could be frustrating, Vic. That could lead to something, a very, very dark place. Let me tell you that.
What's up, Alvin White Jr.? Good to see you. Johnny T in the building.
This Parker was over it. You could see on her face. She said, it's time to end this thing.
Just drop Petrovic. Jada Parker in control into the cover. Hook of the leg. Is it going to be a no?
Ooh, Kelani came out of nowhere. What's up, Huffin? Hey, friend and Wolf. So, Denise, I wanted to ask you who do you think wins this match? Earlier I was saying I think it might be Karmen Petrovic because they've been pushing her and she can afford a loss to Stephanie Vaquer. They need somebody that Stephanie Vaquer can be on her first title defense. So I'm thinking it'll be Karmen. What's up, Lou S? It says, good seeing you, Denise. Happy Tuesday. Thank you for popping in, man. That means a lot to me. So thank you so much for tuning in and hope you're having a good week. We also got Super Fro in the building. We got Outer Lemming 038. Boycott Activision. We got Johnny T. Terrence Sullivan says Hop 2-1. Booker T would have to be on CW after dark. Way after dark.
Sort of question too. Have you ever seen a move like that? I was just thinking that. I don't think I've ever seen that particular maneuver in my career. Impressive it was from Kelani Jordan. Big shot from Petrovic.
Oh, damn, I missed it. So I hope they show a replay.
Of the Xing Xing squad. She is gold-blooded, and right now she has swung the pendulum into her favor in this triple threat.
And look, Karmen's starting to
I believe gold-blooded is
get some speed.
Flair, thank you very much. That was my line, Vic. But anyway, Karmen Petrovic is a fantastic athlete. Looking to make an impact here. Where are you on that one, Booker? Saying he's put himself over.
I think Kelani is probably one of the next in line to have like a pretty explosive career on NXT.
Unbelievable cover, count.
Because her rise has been also pretty quickly.
Thank her lucky stars that Karmen was able to kick out.
Oh my God! Put some Cholula green on that one, man.
Ooh!
Just wiped out Kelani.
Jada just sent Kelani out.
Parker going to the outside when she was solo in the ring with Karmen. Oh. Able to catch Petrovic. She was trying to slide in from the side. Jaida Parker now, I think, realizing what you had said, Corey, coming back into the ring. This is her best opportunity to win this matchup. Having a little one-on-one contest with Kelani White.
What is up? We got Lord Tone in here. We got 6 Maxwell 99. What is up?
Oh, yes.
Oh, she just sat on her, bro. She just sat on her.
Keep your eyes on Kelani. Look at Kelani, but look at Ashanti.
The hell?
Just pulled Karmen to safety. Parker realizing it. Parker now starting to climb all the way to the top. These two struggling, battling it out. Looks like Parker has the upper hand. Big suplex. And you see the pain.
They're pulling up some big moments here for these girls.
In control of this match. I think we're going to get it again.
Jada and Kelani have both shown they're both very different wrestlers, but they have both grown so much in the last like year or since they came in. Wait, oh no, Jada, turn around, girl. First of all, I was right with Karmen. I knew she was gonna win, but she just stole Jada's victory because Jada wasn't paying attention.
But let's be honest.
Oh no! Oh God! She just ran her down.
Ashanti helped Karmen take advantage of the situation.
Yo!
This is what I was talking about earlier.
Yo!
Let him fight. Of Jaida bringing out a new side of Kelani. I love it. We need more officials, but what a big
Oh my God. Okay, so I had a feeling that Kelani and Jaida would end up going off in a direction where they would continue their feud and what they've got cooking. So I do love that, which again left an opening for Karmen Petrovic to grab this spot, and now she's gonna face Stephanie Becker. And there's Jordan, looking really good.
We're all gonna find out what is on the juggernaut spot. What the hell?
Oh, what's happening now? Oh God! Now Fatal Attractions beating, or Fatal Influence, whatever the hell they're called. Fatal Influence is beating up on Karmen. Fatal Attractions the movie, by the way. Yeah, Fatal Attractions the movie. The one where the husband cheats on his wife and then the girl goes like really crazy. That's Fatal Attraction. This is Fatal Influence. But it looks like they're pissed that she's the new #1 contender, considering that Fallon Henley is the former champion. So, and lost her championship to Stephanie.
Absolute beatdown.
Maybe Stephanie should come out and help out her future opponent, since I'm pretty sure she's going to want to face someone who's 100% for the most part.
I mean, we can get some more officials out here.
I feel like she would want a fair competition.
Try to talk some sense into one of these
ladies right there, come on, they're handling business. That's what this is. This is business, man.
This goes back to something, Corey, you said. Everyone's fighting.
Wow, no one is helping out Karmen.
We just saw it between Parker and Jordan. We're seeing it now with these three attacking.
Yep, that is true. What's his face is just watching his girlfriend get beat up. You're so right on that. Oh, there's JC. Well, now he got a chair to the back, so.
And still not done.
Yo, get up. Your girl is being attacked 3-on-1.
Fun and games are over.
Dude.
When it comes to fatal influence.
He's still down. He's still down just watching poor Karmen get beat 3-on-1.
In recent history on Karmen Petrovic.
Wow.
The new #1 contender.
Well, might be time for us to scoot back a little bit. What do you guys think?
Oh, dang. JC just like sucker punched Karmen. Everybody's like, now D's like, this man just watching his girl get jumped. For reals, bro. I mean, I don't know what you do in a situation like that. Like, what do? Your girl's getting attacked 3-on-1. Like, maybe send a little threat. You don't got to get violent with them, but maybe threaten them a little bit, scare them a little bit.
Contender for the Women's North American Championship. Oh, my bad. Why don't we give her a round of applause, guys?
Oh, there we go. Stephanie Bakar making her way out there. Honestly, I was wondering why she didn't come out a little sooner.
The Women's North American
I would have thought she would have came out just a little bit quicker.
Sold out Washington Vengeance Day.
She really did not give a damn about her future opponents in Karmen Petrovic. She was like, you know what? Better for me to take her ass out.
Don't like the numbers advantage here, though.
Oh, there's Julia. She's going to have Stephanie's back. Wow, a lot of this is happening during the break. Just realized we're still on a break right now. So by the time we come back from break, you'll see Stephanie and Julia in the ring squaring off against Fatal Influence.
And the champions staring a hole in Fatal Influence.
Yeah, they straight up did not give a damn about Karmen because both Julia and Stephanie could have came out sooner. How sad. If I was Karmen, I would be really upset right now. Oh, now they're still beating up on... Oh, there's Jordan Grace. Jordan Grace helping out Stephanie and Julia. Now she's going to clean house. She's going to take out all three girls by herself. Watch. Well, never mind. Stephanie and Julia finally got up. Which is a little bit better because if not, it would have made Stephanie and Julia look a little weak. And they're the champions, so you don't want to make them look weak. Let's see what Jordan says.
I came to NXT to be a part of the best women's division in wrestling.
Yes, girl.
And now that I'm in the middle of it, I don't want to waste a single second.
3-on-3. Let's go.
You three clearly want to fight.
Tonight. Do it tonight.
And so do we.
Ahora.
So tonight,
come on, vámonos. Everybody, let's go. Come on, let's get to it. I know that we can do it. If anybody got that, please. Thank you very much. All right. I'm waiting for someone who got that. Let's see. Who here got that? I'm waiting. Let's see. All right. Thank you. I was waiting for someone to get it. Thank you, Kyle Anthony and Shawn Davis. Lou S. I busted out my Dora the Explorer.
He wants me to step
All right, let me catch up with the super chat. We got, let's see. Terrence Johnson, thank you so much, Terrence. He says, I love Santana and Ortiz, but OG LAX will always be my favorite. Dude,
Guys, it certainly sounds
you're
to me
cut
like
from my
Stacks is
same
ready to
cloth
handle some
because
family business tonight. So
OG
certainly have to
LAX,
look.
like LAX was
What is
always
going on
my
tonight? Moose,
Oh, so you know, wait, never mind. You're
Get the
picking
green out,
OG
man.
LAX.
So
Okay,
what
never.
a
You're
night it
picking.
has
So
been.
you're picking like
What a night
Homicide
it's
and
gonna be. We're gonna
Hernandez,
see if
right?
that main event
Okay,
gets
never
made
mind. My
for
favorite
a
was Santana and
6-woman
Ortiz.
tag team
I
matchup
loved them
later on
together
tonight.
as a tag team.
Inside
Like
our
I
tag team
really,
action.
really did. They were my favorite. I wish that they didn't have whatever falling out they had because I like legitimately was a big fan of theirs as a tag team. Like legit, I thought they were so talented, and it sucks that they had a falling out. Santana's doing very well on his own. I haven't seen too much of Ortiz. So, but yeah, it would be nice if someday they got back together, but who knows? Willie T here says, "Hey Denise, I'm a member. Your video is awesome." Hell yeah, Willie, welcome to the DWO. Thank you so much for the super chat, man. I'm so glad that you're here on the stream and that you would like the videos. Thank you, Willie. We also got John Taylor here who says, "Now that I'm watching NXT, I now see you more than I see my own coworkers. Although when they yell it's Moose, it's mostly literal since it's Montana." Yeah, if someone in your youth says it's Moose, you better watch out. It's a legit Moose. Also, thank you that you are spending time here on these streams, and I'm so glad that you're enjoying the NXT content. Let's see what you think of Zaria here. They're gonna do the tag team match next, so that's where we're at. But John, thank you so much, man. Thank you. All right, let me give some shout outs to people here. Let's see. We got Jay Rich in the house. We got who else haven't I said hello to? Let me scroll.
So we've been trying to figure out
Henry Kiernan, what is up, Henry? We got Dylan Johnson, Travis Starks here. We got Jet Blacksuit. Thank you for finishing my lyrics here. We got Pile Driver Finishers in the building. What is up? And we got Sean Davis. Thank you, Sean. I shouted you out earlier. That was right. Yeah. We got W Stein 79. We got Christian Jordan here. We got C Delgado 6. Austin Wright, Alexander, Tanisha Hicks, good to see you. A lot of people in here. What's up, everyone? Love seeing people pop into this NXT watch along. I don't know if I'm right or not, but I think there's more people on this NXT watch along today than there was on the Raw watch along yesterday during this time, like in the first 42 minutes of the show.
Well, that is a great point. We also know that they will defend those.
Take that for what you will. People are interested. Can I say people are interested in NXT right now? Which is good, which is very, very good.
Girls for that performance. They had quite the matchup against the champions.
We got Vlad 3 who says NXT is blowing up. Pile Driver Finisher says it's raw sucks. It's got its great. It's got its good moments, guys. It's fun. Funny. But yeah, usually the NXT watch along numbers are a lot smaller than this. We got John Taylor here says Dora the Explora Salcedo Fatu. Oh dear, that is a long ass name. Can you imagine trying to spell all that out when you're learning to write in kindergarten? Just nuts. Nuts. Thank you, John. Hey, we got Hey, it's Dre in the building. Thank you so much for hopping in, Dre. Hope you're having a good one. Tracy's like, John, you're on fire tonight. John is quick-witted. Dre is new here, guys. Can you please welcome Dre into the chat? I'm trying to recruit people. I'm trying to recruit people as regulars here. Bring them in. Bring them into the DWO family. We got Dan Lepka who says LAX is a fun group. I got into it with them. Conan threw his bandana at me and Ortiz told me to shut the F up after that. I shut up. What? Damn, what did you do to irk them in the first place? Those are definitely guys that I would not want to mess with. So I don't know what happened, but I'm glad that you at least listened to them and just minded your business afterwards. Because they can be pretty intimidating people. Cody can be very intimidating too, I think, because he's had such a He's has such a big legacy in Mexico, and sometimes when people have legacies like that, they have a kind of aura that can be kind of intimidating, especially if you know their history and you know the things that they've accomplished. You know, it's like a good kind of intimidating. But thank you, Dan, for the super chat and for sharing the story.
There goes Jakara to the outside, wiping out the field. It's the Meta Girls standing tall. Will they walk out with the victory? Here is NXT.
I don't know what they're doing with this Zaria Ruca partnership, by the way. It feels a little weird. Like, I was not, when Zaria came into NXT, I wasn't expecting Zaria to be in a tag team. And I wasn't expecting her to be in a tag team with Ruca. Like, they don't match. I wouldn't picture them as being friends, you know? And then Ruca, I feel like Ruca was on I think Ruca was going to be one of the top girls on NXT. I do think maybe her injury and the time she spent away kind of derailed that. And right now, I think with all of the new girls coming in, she's been maybe sort of set aside to a different kind of a role on the show, which is in a tag team with Zaria. But I did think that Ruca was primed to be in a bigger spot on the show by now. So I was a little surprised by that too. So I would say the directions that we've seen both Zaria and Ruca go into is not necessarily what I had predicted for them. We got Day here who says, who's your favorite TNA wrestler and great show? I would definitely say Josh Alexander. I think Josh Alexander is a brilliant wrestler. And I mean, he's not there with them anymore, but I feel like he's still the person that I'm going to name until he goes to another company. Sheldon Jackson says, just imagine, oh, by the way, thank you, Day. We got Sheldon Jackson who says, just imagine Julia, Stephanie, Jordan, or Zaria versus Bianca, Jade, and Naomi. I would love to see Stephanie Vaquera versus Bianca. That one's the one that calls my name the most. And I would actually most like to see Jordan Grace versus Bianca and Jordan Grace versus Rhea. I think Julia and Naomi would have a fun match together. And Jordan and Jade. Those are probably some of the pairings that I would like to see in matches. But definitely the one that I would most want to see is Stephanie versus Bianca and Jordan Grace versus Bianca, because Bianca, out of the names you named, is the most talented in ring. And so she would be the one to put on the best performances. Thank you so much, Sheldon. And Bianca Belair is also my favorite current women's wrestler. So there's that too. Dan Lutzka continues his story saying, I was talking crap. Was that a fun independent show? My wife was like, oh shit. They did a story in TNA burning the USA flag. I got mad at them. Oh, okay. That makes more sense. All right. That's good. You became part of the show, Dan. Thank you so much for the super chat and for the story.
And a near fall.
That's funny.
You know, you start thinking about the WWE Women's.
Yeah, I really hope he did sign with AEW, Sven. I really am hoping. I can't wait for him to make his debut, bro. Like, I really want to see Josh Alexander in AEW. Like, that's just the perfect place for him. Perfect place for him. Dr. J. Merritt, good to see you again. Dr. J. Merritt says, how strong the division is. Plus, it seems HBK tries to have a lot of the women have singles and tag team runs. Even Roxanne had this. Yeah, it's true. There's a lot going on. We've talked about this before, that it's not just like, hey, I'm here. I'm in the NXT women's division. Put me in a spot. No, like, you got to fight and claw and find ways to stand out and really over deliver in promos, over deliver in the ring, because right now the competition is on NXT for the women. I would be scared, bro. If I was going into the NXT women's division, I'd be like excited. If I was a wrestler, obviously, I'd be excited to mix it in with all those women, but I'd also be kind of intimidated trying to find ways to stand out on my own and be the best wrestler that I could be and be the best and to get over and have the fans talking about me. It could be a lot of pressure, I imagine. So I wouldn't be surprised if there's probably women back there that are kind of like, shit, I gotta really, really step it up, because there's a lot of big players in this division, really. Thank you, Dr. J. Marriott.
March 1st, road to WrestleMania.
Raphael Smith wants to see Lash Legend versus Jordan Grace. Icy also wants to see Bianca versus Stephanie. Vlad 3 says Alexander versus Will Ospreay, of course. Let's see. Sheldon Jackson says, I think it might be time to reinstate the NXT Women's Tag titles. They definitely do have more tag teams than they did the last time we had the titles. Brett Norton says, how's she watching commercial free? VPN. I put a VPN on Netflix to watch commercial. Well, not commercial free, but yeah, I guess commercial free. Because I put that I'm in London. I put that I'm in London, and I guess people in London get commercial free. I don't know. I didn't even know you got commercial free. I just needed someplace to watch NXT because I can't watch NXT here in LA unless it's on the CW, and it doesn't come out until like way late, so it would not be ideal for me. I would not be able to cover NXT if I waited for my regular time slot. Sheldon Jackson says he puts his in Canada. I put mine in Canada for Raw and SmackDown. And for NXT, I'm in the UK. I like to travel, okay? This is the traveling I do. Brett Norton says he uses his Spectrum app to watch cable. I do too. Yeah, I use it too.
Nice job by Lash. Presence of mind, great ring awareness, and all 4 of these women are down here on NXT.
Lash Legend dragging Jakara back to the meta corner to make the tag. That's a veteran move.
Lash Legend, who is in this year's Women's Royal Rumble matchup.
We got King of Strong Styles like mine is in the UK. Vlad, it's like only in America they force commercials on us every 5 minutes. I know, bro. They make us work for shit. They're like, you guys got to spend a bunch of money on tickets. You guys get all the commercials. You get all the sponsorships. And we're just here like, we're just trying to afford rent, gas, and eggs.
Looking to bend the, and it was counter. Great counter. Nice job by Soul. Another nice drop kick, rocking Lash. Back to Lash's corner, though. Jakara was able to tag in Wise and Soul to also make the tag.
Well, now Ms. Jackson is outnumbered 2-1 by Soul and Zaria.
Throwing some hands. Couple uppercuts. Big kick. Followed up with an EDT. Man. She may be outnumbered, but she's going to work. Cover. Count. Oh, near fall. Zaria able to get that right shoulder off the mat.
I think that's just the experience factor coming into play late.
Icy says Netflix is much nicer to people outside the U.S. For reals, bro.
Say that again, and look, they've been in the deep waters. They're battle tested, that being the Meta Girls. But right now, Zaria trying her best to fight free. Big
Paige Dre says, sucks to live in Denver. Gotta wait till 8 p.m. to watch NXT. Yeah, pretty much the same out here. Ooh, that was cool. Double pump kick on both Zaria and Lash Legend. And since they're both so big and tall, like, it's kind of like, it looks cooler.
It's official tonight. Bakar, Julia, and Jordan Grace against
Terrence Sullivan says Denise channeling her inner Joe Hendry. She can still use Paris and Tokyo in the future. I should do that. That's kind of funny.
Both women with a grasp on one another's throat.
Enjoy yourself, Hannah and Wolf. Have a good night.
Coming right back in, Zaria.
Nope, Zaria's going to lift Lash.
Lash able to slide down the back. Tag was made. Lash making her way to the outside because Jakara is legal. And whoa!
Ooh.
Gotta love the quick tags from the Meta Girls, but that backfired in spectacular fashion.
Ooh, speared her.
And again, we're entering.
Ooh, now she's woman handling her. Oh. See, that's what I want to see from Zaria. Like, more of that. Like, so, like, show that prowess. Oh, beautiful soul snatcher from. Oh, I'm so glad they're going to get the win. Are they going to get the win? Yes, good. They're a new team. They need to get some more W's, you know? Although they're still like a super random team, but they're an odd couple team for sure. But I like them. I'm a fan of both.
For success in the tag team division, or maybe it was that thunderous spear followed up
by Jakara being launched into orbit.
Red Roseanne says, I love that finisher. I second you, man. I don't know how she doesn't get dizzy when she's doing the Soul Snatcher.
And a massive win for Ruca and Zaria. Baby.
We got Dr. J. Merritt, who also says, Soul Snatcher is the best. And Icy says, I love when women do F5s. Zaria brings so much power. I love it, man. Game Strong Style says, no misses so far on NXT.
The landscape of
No.
NXT has drastically
The only thing that was a little
changed
silly
the
was
last 7
the
days. I know, Wes, you've seen a
3-on-1
shift in
beatdown
this
on
brand
poor little
before in your
Karmen.
career here at NXT.
Sarah, look, it's no secret. NXT is completely unpredictable. Anything can happen to anyone at any time around here. So-and-so shows up out of nowhere. So-and-so happens to be jumping somebody in the parking lot. Look, the unpredictability around
I'm
here
expecting
falls
something
perfectly
unpredictable
all
to
three of
happen
our
now
teams.
to Wesley.
So
Oh,
that is
there we go,
our
guys.
time
Ricky
to start
Starks
throwing-
just...
I'll be right back.
Oh, she ditched them.
In just a moment, you will sign your WWE NXT contract.
Nice to meet you, Sarah. And it feels really good to hear the words WWE NXT contract. And I know you have a lot of questions, and I'm going to answer that for you here in a few minutes.
Okay, let's go. They still did not refer to him by name. Still have not done it. But it was the I like how she just ditched Wesley and was like, peace. I need to go do this interview instead. So it's looking like maybe Wesley will be Ricky Starks' first opponent. Let's see what we got here. We got John Taylor, who says, who does the DW have to bribe to get you a NordVPN sponsorship? I don't know, man. I gotta figure that stuff out, bro. You know how it is. We gotta let people know that they should sponsor this channel. But we'll figure it out at some point. John, thank you so much for the super chat. Oh yeah, so I watched the LFG show today. I really love Mickey James in the show. I love Mickey; she's so funny. And I also I liked when they were doing the promos. That was fun. I thought that was probably like the most interesting part, was seeing them cut promos. And yeah, like learning about like a little bit about their backstory. That was cool too. There was a big mix of people. I mean, you had a lot of really people that I was not like expecting to be on this show. And so it's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be interesting to see how they turn out by the end of it. All right, we are on a NXT commercial break in the meantime. Let's see what everybody is saying. Let's chat it up in here. Let's see what everyone is saying. We got Daniel here who says Ricky Stark's first feud is Wesley. Yeah, it looks like one. King of Strong Style says that's a good first one. I agree too. I think that we had mentioned his name at one point when we were like speculating who he might be facing Ricky Stark. So I think that Wesley's a good one for sure. Plus, Wesley doesn't feel like a total noob on NXT because he's obviously been accomplished on NXT. He's a former NXT North American champion. He's done quite a bit to where he doesn't feel like a rookie. So when Ricky Starks does start a feud with Wesley, it'll mean something a little more than if he were to start with, I don't know, like Channing Stacks Lorenzo or something, or something random, right? Someone that hasn't had bigger opportunities on the show. So I feel like they had to start with somebody that at least the people would care about. And I think there's a good amount of people that care about Wesley. So it kind of works out. All right, let's see what else we have here. See what everybody is saying. Stony Angel says the Space Buns era didn't last long. And I want to bring it back every day. I'm not always in the mood for the Space Buns. They require too much. They really don't, but I just didn't feel like it. I'll probably bring them back at some point. Maybe in a few days when I feel like it. All right, let's see what else we have. Dylan Johnson says, I'm glad Eddie Thorpe is in WWE 2K25. Now, if I'm ever in the mood to just want to whoop someone, but here's the guy. Yeah, literally, Eddie Thorpe is the guy that you're probably going to want to just put whoever you want against them just to whoop them whenever you're in a bad mood. That's great. That's so great. All right, let's see what else we got here. Arnold Nicholson says, put some respect on Stack's name. Couldn't think of anyone else, bro. Sorry, he had to catch some strays there for a second. I was trying to think of somebody else, and he was just the first person who came to mind. What is up, Jose Rivera? Thank you so much for hopping into the stream. Hope you're having a good day. We are on a commercial break right now for NXT, which is starting in a minute. And I think Ricky Starks' segment is next, by the way, since he was like walking to the ring as he had said to Sarah Schreiber. So I think so. Henry Kiernan says, a good show so far. Business is about to pick up. I think so too. I think so too. Hunter Tagus does expect the Space Bunch during WrestleMania. Maybe. We'll see. And Matt Logan says, Denise, we should have put a poll up with different names for Ricky. I know, but I didn't do any of that because I'm still, again, under the assumption that he's going to be Ricky Starks. So maybe he'll be Mickey Starks, Dickie Starks. Ricky, Dickie, Mickey, Nikki Starks. Trying to think what other Hickey Starks. Oh, like Hickey Starks. Trying to think what other names you can make with Icky. Let me see. Mickey, Nikki, Picky. Oh, those are all terrible. All right, let's get to it. Here we go. We're back on NXT. All right, Ava's out there with the contract.
General Manager Ava.
Absolute Dickie. And if you want to be Absolute Dickie, BlueChew.com. Water Tega says not Dickie Stark.
It has been a busy night for Ava since the beginning.
Mickey Marks. Oh, man.
I won't remember you. $1 million from now.
Damn, they're going all out. The way they put a space on the Tron.
$1 million from now. I won't remember you. As soon as I land, they call the bag. Tell I take out.
And there is the man that shocked the world. Standing ovation, because we are all about to be part of history. The biggest contract signing in recent memory for NXT.
All right, let's see what we get here. This is it.
I won't remember you. $1 million from now. I won't remember you.
Ladies and gentlemen, the hottest free agent in professional wrestling himself. Welcome to NXT.
That's me. Thank you, Ava. I appreciate it. I want to say I haven't been here for too long, but man, NXT is amazing. And before I get started, before I sign, can I talk to y'all for a minute? Because there's some things I'd like to get off my chest.
Ooh, what's he gonna say? Do we get any AEW mentions at all?
People talk about making it in NXT is the dream. But no. For me, it's reality. Standing right here is reality.
Okay.
Main eventing every NXT PLE, that's reality.
I can see it.
Winning the NXT championship, that's reality, baby.
I can see that definitely happening soon.
The absolute truth about all of this is that I am the man in NXT.
But what are you calling yourself?
And I am going to do what I do always to the best of my ability. Best show up and show out, because right now the revolution begins.
I miss this.
So let's go ahead and get this pin to...
Ew, Ethan Page. Oh man, this is trippy, guys. This is so trippy.
Wow.
Just not too long ago,
I am absolutely impressed.
we were seeing Ethan Page come from the same place. Wild.
You shocked the world appearing in NXT. And now you're standing in the middle of an NXT ring about to sign your NXT contract. Let me guess. In that contract, somewhere it says that your first match here will be for an NXT championship, right? Dude, you're a genius. An actual genius. You are following the Ethan Page playbook to a T.
Some similarities.
I wanted to come out here as your friend to tell you face to face. There's only one Ethan Page, pal. He's right here.
Wow. I really got you in your feelings, huh? That's crazy. Is it because that I showed up and you know that the spotlight ain't big enough for the both of us? Is that what it is?
Dang, he's about moving that spotlight now.
I can tell you right now, you're wearing your insecurity as tight as you got that jacket on.
Oh, maybe the pants a little bit more. They're a little tighter than the jacket.
You know me well enough, my man, that I walk the walk and I talk the talk, and I'm here to take this place to a whole nother level.
Oh, you're going to take this place to another level, huh? As big of a superstar as you are, even you won't be able to reach the bar that I set for people coming into NXT.
I mean, he did win the NXT Championship relatively quick.
I don't think we should be doing this right now. Right now is the time for celebration, man. Me celebrating the fact that I'm signing with the hottest pro wrestling brand right now. And you, Ethan, oh my God, you did it. Your big victory over Javon at Vengeance Day. Go you.
Go you. Oh, damn, now he's mocking him. Go you.
Because here's one thing I know. Javon showed that he got that dog in him. And one thing is this. People like Javon always come back around to whoop that ass.
Look, everybody. Another superstar coming to the rescue of Javon Evans. I'm pretty sure Javon couldn't walk himself out of the venue Saturday. And if I was a betting man, which I am.
Oh, there's Javon.
Oh, Evans is here.
Javon. The innocence is certainly gone. Oh, back it up. Hit him harder.
Ooh. All right, so now what's going on with Ricky? He still hasn't signed his contract, has he?
Well, I wasn't wrong. So back to what I was about to do before I got interrupted.
Oh dear, he's getting interrupted again, and now by Wesley.
Cut the music. Cut my music. Cut my music. Look, I know who you are. Now, you're also new around here, so I'm going to give you a pass for what happened earlier, but you have got to understand that there are some rules around here, dog. And the number one rule is you don't disrespect Wesley, all right?
Really? That's the number one rule?
Signing this contract might be a good idea, but Ava, if he does, know that I want to be the first one to show him the ropes around here and welcome him to NXT.
If that's something that you want, then we can certainly make that happen.
Is everybody around here always angry all the time? What is this?
Not angry, dog. I'm just letting you know that this is the promise. That's just the way it's going to be. So go ahead and sign the contract.
Either way, you and Ethan, y'all are two peas of the same pod. Y'all always talking above your limit. So let me tell you this. I'm going to do one better, actually. Next week, you and I. How about that?
Yeah, there we go. His first match.
Just sign the contract, dog. Just sign the contract, but just know that this is going to be a one and done.
I'm going to give you this fair warning, my man. Next week, you are going to be welcomed to the revolution.
That's going to be fun. Yep. I like the way Wesley looked when he took that shot from Ricky. Finally, he gets a sign. Yes. I was waiting for that. Ricky, stop. Ricky saves. Ricky saves. Oh, man. I was hoping for
Nathan, actually, congratulations.
Oh my God, that's pretty funny the way that they revealed that. Ricky saves everybody.
But I
All
do
right,
have to
send
ask
in
about
your
what happened
reactions for
after the
Ricky
match. You
Saints.
both were attacked by an
For newbie
What
to
are we
try and take a shot
thinking?
at the best tag team in the world.
What are we
Swear
thinking?
to-
Ricky
Please forgive him,
Saints
Sarah. We are still
reactions.
trying to figure out
Send them
why
in.
and what all that was about, because we don't know.
Let me
And
get this
time we see
up
them,
right
man,
now.
they have to.
It's gonna take some.
That's a Saturday.
It's gonna take a second to get used to.
Well, thank you.
Oh, well, we greatly appreciate that, but come on. We know why you're here, and just like we told Briggs and Nomura, just because you want a tag team title match, that doesn't mean you.
Everyone's like,
So-
boo, terrible. It's not bad.
You
It's
see,
gonna take a
we're
minute to
chasing
get
gold.
used to, okay?
And it's not going to be the ones that are on your
That's for
shoulders.
sure. It's gonna take a
We wanna face,
minute to
in
get
our
used
opinion,
to that. I don't
the
know
best tag team in the world.
if I'm gonna be able to
That's
call him Ricky
possibly
Saints
of
by
all time.
tonight or even next week.
Bring
It's
that camera
gonna
here, 'cause I wanna make
take
this
a little
crystal clear.
longer than that.
Miles and I are calling out
At
Matt
first,
and
I thought I
Jeff,
had seen Stark.
the Hardy Boys,
Oh, he's calling out
the TNA
the
Tag
Hardy
Team
Boys.
Champions.
Hey, we were
What do you
just
say
talking
next
about
week?
that last week,
Cincinnati?
whether or not they'd appear.
Let's make it happen.
Guys, are you kidding me? Did Phil Porter Cat's crew just challenge the Hardys? Unbelievable.
All right, let's see what we got here. Everyone's like, just call him Ricky. Well, we don't want him to just be Ricky because nothing's worse than just having like the one name. That's not fun either. But it's gonna take a minute. Someone like Royalty says at least he's still Ricky. Jonathan says that's funny. Ricky Saints. Vlad3 says it's funny as how. Dominic Carranza says so. Ricky Starks now has Saints like the Bounty Gate. In all seriousness, it could have been worse. Mike C says could have been worse. Juan Ortega says New Orleans. Ricky Saints. Trevor L says is he a Saints fan? It's not the worst thing ever. I don't know if he's a Saints fan or not. Let's see what else we got here. Benoit says Ricky Saints is fire. And Dr. J Merritt says pay homage to his hometown. Okay. Let's see. Trevor L says Ricky Saints is loads better than Ricky not on TV. I mean, you guys are making some points here for reals. And then so far, no mention of the new faction. No, not yet. I was well, technically, what's his face? Obafemi mentioned it at the top of the show, but we did not have like anything else to like really. We haven't had anything else in regards to that. And then, okay, from the looks of it, I guess he is a New Orleans Saints fan. I guess maybe I don't know if he is or if he isn't. And let me see what else we're getting here. That's Ben Biggs like Denise Jets. Oh man, yeah, it's gonna take a while, guys. It's gonna take a while to get used to for sure, but eventually, we will get used to it. It's very hard to get into used to new names. All right, let me see what else we got here. We got some super chats I need to catch up on. Let's see. All right, we got Sweet and Sassy Creations who says, "I'm here, NXT." Oh, NXT, nice, hell yeah. Says Ethan and Ricky live when egos collide. Let's go. Sweet and Sassy Creations. I hope you're having a good time at NXT. This is a really good show to be part of. The first hour felt like 15 minutes just because of the Jordan Gray stuff, the Ricky Stark stuff. I'm like, I don't even know how they're gonna end up finishing off this last hour of NXT, but it's been really something. We got the Champ 39 here who says, "Hey Denise, I asked you about a possible downfall of AEW last week and you already answered it, but if TK keeps losing superstars to WWE, I don't know how he can convince Warner Brothers to just keep AEW for long term. He's losing guys, but he's not losing his like guys, like he's not losing Kenny Omega, he's not losing Will Ospreay, he's not losing his Okadas. AEW is very well equipped with really big stars. So I don't think that it's an issue right now. I don't think it's an issue. And from the looks of it, just shit happens, right? Like I'm sure Ethan Page's experience was different from Ricky Stark's and, it just didn't work out. For whatever reason, everyone has a different story, but no, I think AEW is fine with what they're doing and who they have. And look at, we got rumors of Josh Alexander going to AEW. We got rumors of Speedball Mike Bailey going to AEW. So I think they'll be fine. John Taylor says, Ricky Saints is a little too much on the nose. It's like you being Denise Rams or Darby Seahawks. So is he a Saints fan? I'm not aware if he is or if he isn't. So Maybe he is, and maybe that's why he was okay with it. I'm pretty sure he had, like, I mean, he is from New Orleans, so, you know, I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. But yeah, that'd be so funny, Denise Jets. We got Kid Cudi here who says, I'm busy tonight, so I'm gonna have to go back and watch NXT, but so far I'm hearing great things. Long as he still gets Ricky, I'm cool with it. And Moose. I know we'll probably just be calling him Ricky until we get used to calling him Ricky Saints. It'll take a minute, guys. We just got to hear it like 100 times, and then we'll get used to saying it. We got Crazy One. Thank you, Kid Cudi, by the way. We got Crazy 101 who says Ricky Saints is lame. David Primero says, should have kept Starks and be Zoe Stark's lost brother. We do have Zoe Starks. That's right. I forgot that she has that last name. David, thank you for the reminder and for the super chat, and to Crazy 101 as well. Kid Cudi, John, the champ, Sweet and Sassy Creations. Thank you. All right, and we're back here on NXT. Let me get the volume back up. And let's see, we got John Taylor here who says, what is Danhausen Detroit Lions doing in the NXT zone? All right, let's see what happens here with oh, I'm guessing the group took out all of those people backstage, I imagine.
Damn, this place is crazy.
Poor Ricky Starks. He's having one hell of a intro into NXT. Wait till Ricky Starks discovers the NXT parking lot, by the way. Literally. All right, we got Channing Stacks Lorenzo's match with Shawn Spears next. What do we still have on NXT, by the way, besides this?
Last week. We saw it before the break.
Besides this, we still have, hold on, let me see what else we have.
The Don locked in the cage. Everybody at bay, not able to get in to help Tony D'Angelo.
I don't know what else we have. What else we have after this? What am I forgetting? What else did they promote that I don't remember? Because they already did the women's triple threat. They already did. Oh, that's right, the 3-on-3. That's what it was. The 3-on-3. That's what it was. That was made earlier at the night. Okay, sorry guys. I was like, what's next? Sorry, I was like, what's gonna be the main event? Duh, the 3-on-3 from earlier. All right, cool. So we got this and the 3-on-3, and that's all right now. We got John Taylor here who says Righteous Reg. Oh wait, he doesn't have an NFL team. Sad times. No, he doesn't have anything. He's just Righteous Ranch. Righteous Ranch.
Either way, Stacks is a man on a mission right now. And Booker, the family needs the underboss to remind everyone what he's made of. It was Stacks who schemed to get the Don out of the big house. His loyalty's unmatched.
You know, it's time for Stacks to start calling his own shots, but I can tell you this, it's so hard to break out a shadow of the Don. Oh, that was a big shot by Shawn Spears.
And I just looked up.
Kid Cut says Ricky did not go into the NXT parking lot. Yeah, don't do it, bro. You'll get kidnapped. That's what happens to people on NXT. Wait till Ricky Starks sees his first NXT kidnapping. Thank you, Kid Cudi.
Work right now, man. I love everything about Shawn Spears.
Jay Rich says, yeah, people hating the Gunther name change. I think we'll get used to Ricky Saints. Yeah, there's still a lot of people that are not used to Gunther. There's still people that call him Walter. I got used to it. DM Latska, thank you so much for gifting one DWO membership. You're awesome, Dan. Thank you for the love, man.
It might be cover. And a kick out.
Tanisha Hicks says, Denise, are you going to Elimination Chamber and or WrestleMania? I'll be at both for sure. I'll be at both. Thank you for asking, Tanisha.
Maybe questionable or downright indiscernible, but the fact is, Shawn Spears is a charismatic individual.
He really is.
Look at ringside. You've got Izzy, you've got Nico. We got Jensen. Yeah, I mean, he's a conniving individual, that's for sure.
Come on, man. Put some prop. Give the guys a prop. Look here. Shawn Spears, he's like the GPS. Look at Brooks Jensen. The guy is totally reborn. Come on. Give him that.
another big knee. And look, the trust of the innocent is the liar's most useful tool. And Shawn Spears now going right back in, and instead of going for the cover, you know what he's doing. He's sending a message to one man, the man who's not here, the man who was beaten down by a crowbar, thanks to Izzy Dame last week in a steel cage.
You know what the Dunn's got to be pretty embarrassed, putting himself in that position right there with one of the lovely ladies. He got played.
Wait, I just realized that I'm gonna have to change the name the name of my when I title it on YouTube. It's gonna have to be Ricky Saint signs WWE NXT contract. It's not gonna say Ricky Starks no more. It's gonna have to say Ricky Saint. That's gonna be weird. I'm probably still gonna put Starks. So if you guys see Ricky Starks, don't say nothing. Just let it be. Let it be. And we got a very kind super chat here from Ellen Asale. Ellen, what is up? Says, who dat? Break out the paper bags. Google Saints fans from back in the day. Also, it's pronounced New Orleans. Well, I think everybody pronounces it a little differently. I think some people pronounce it New Orleans and some people pronounce it New Orleans. So I kind of go back and forth because I usually say New Orleans, but then I heard more people say New Orleans. So I'm like, okay, I'll emphasize New Orleans. But I know a lot of people kind of go back and forth. So unless you're from there, let me know exactly what the locals pronounce it as. Because, yeah, for the longest, I would always say New Orleans, and people were like, no, it's New Orleans. And I'm like, all right. And then I say New Orleans, and people are like, no, it's New Orleans. Y'all need to make a decision and make it now. Alan, thank you so much for the super chat. Sarah says, is there still a post show afterwards? Yes, I will be live with Chindedu. He'll be joining me at the end of this. We got Ryan Adams who says Ricky's theme is going to be the O when the Saints go marching in. Dun, 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 dun. I like that song. Dun, 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 dun. Dang, I haven't thought about that song in a really long time. Thanks, Ryan. Now it's in my head. I'm going to have to probably listen to it later on because I feel like singing it. Shawn Spears wins this match, guys. Shawn Spears wins against Channing Stack Lorenzo. Cool. Thumbs up. Thank you, Ryan. We got Kid Cudi here who says, I got to run back. Enjoy the rest of the show. Peace. Kid Cudi, have a good time, man. Thank you for the super chats. Dun, 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 dun. Great. Now that song is stuck in my dang head. Oh, no. Oh, no. It's stuck in my head. Juan Ortega says, just call it NOLA. All right, Juan, we're going to do that. NOLA it is. NOLA it is.
Moose. Lexus King, nice to meet you.
Moose and Lexus.
Of course, you probably already know who I am since I just beat the crap out of your buddy JDC last week. I mean, but you know what? I got to give it to you. The way you went out there and stood up to Obafemi. I mean, man, you guys got some big balls in the system. Right? What is it? Trust the system. You know what? I would love to, but I don't trust the way you guys are coming over here, challenging us for our titles. But yeah, I don't see you putting your X Division title on the line. And it's heritage.
Hey, stop right there because I'm tired of listening to this nonsense. I don't know how you guys do things here, but if you want a shot at my TNA X Division Championship, all you have to do is ask.
Oh.
That's what you want.
So ask, bro. Ask.
I will destroy you just like I've done to everyone else.
Really, that's all it took.
Where, on
the
NXT
most
or
prestigious
TNA?
Title in TNA history, the X Division Championship on the line in my hometown where I'm undefeated.
Damn right.
You're on, Moose.
Okay.
Why are you guys speaking on my behalf?
Oh, there's Andre Chase. We have it. I don't really know what's going on with these guys right now.
Do that. He was? That no good son of a...
That's it right there. The whole Mr. Chase.
Oh my gosh, they really are trying to bring back Chase University.
Chase U is dead.
Oh no, they're gonna bring it back. No. Sorry guys, I'm a heel. I'm not a fan of Chase University. Everyone knows this about me. It's not my thing.
What a night.
I mean, he still has the theme song, but he's not repping the gear.
From Trinford, North Carolina, weighing in at 222 pounds.
He has to be haunted by the past every time he comes out with that theme song.
What a night it has been. What a night it's going to be next week live in Cincinnati.
No, just end it. End it now. I was so thrilled when Chase U was done with. Oh, no. Andre Chase versus Eddie Thorpe? All right, guys. You guys are going to have to keep me entertained for this one. You guys are going to have to keep me entertained for this one. This is the most not Denise match ever. I think I'd rather watch paint dry. Oh, no. Oh, what are they doing to me, guys? This is the most anti-Denise match ever. Dylan Johnson is like, we got you, Denise. I would love it if he did like a sad Corbin, broke-ass Corbin situation. Oh, my God. No, I'm like, just, damn. Super Fro says, I still want a chance. No, let it end, guys. Let it end. We got some super chats here. Let me catch up here. Alan Sales says, grew up there. Okay, fine. So now I'm going to say New Orleans. So if anyone corrects me and says New Orleans, I'm going to go crazy. Thank you, Alan. John Taylor says, let me help you with your earworms. 605 South Street, Cerritos Auto Square. Oh, thank you. Hold on. No, wait. It's not coming to me. Cerritos Auto Square. I don't want that one either in my head. Man, I haven't heard the Cerritos Auto Square in a while. But why am I now thinking about Liberty, Liberty, Liberty? Oh, I hate every song. All of these songs are stuck in my head. John, thank you so much. I'm going to need a better one. Pick a better song to get stuck into my head. Because, oh, when the Saints go, that's still in there right now. All right, let's see what else we have in here. Let's see. Oh, no, Super Fro says I was just about to enroll in Chase U. Nolans. Nolans? I can't say it like that. Nolans? New Orleans? I can't say it like that. I feel like I'm faking my voice when I say it like that. I just can't. I can't. It sounds weird coming out of my mouth like that. I feel like that would probably be more of someone how they would probably say it, like if they were born there. Not Nolans. I just can't. I can't. Let's see what else we have here. Jonathan says it's pronounced Bipperty, Bipperty, Bipperty. I'm dead. I can't anymore. Peter Carlos says it's that Louisiana drawl. I don't know anybody from like in terms of like I've never had a friend from Louisiana. So I don't really feel confident in what everybody's texting me literally today. I don't really feel comfortable doing an accent that I don't know anybody that has it because I don't think I know it that well. Like I don't think I know it at all. So yeah. Oh, we got Brandon Rosen who says Guns N' Roses usually works for me. I remember in high school, freshman or sophomore year, I had this teacher. He was my math summer school teacher. And he would play the same song over and over and over again. The same song that he would play over and over again on the radio all day while we were in class, while he was in his lunch break, was Welcome to the Jungle. That's it. That one song on repeat nonstop. He wouldn't even listen to any other song, just that one. And every time I think of Guns N' Roses, I think of that. Brandon, thank you so much, man, for the super chat. We got Dawn, aka Smiley Girls, who says, okay, so with the chance of NQCC versus the Party Boys, are we getting another watch along? Plus side, party theme is better earworm than that song. Yeah, oh, that's good. Yes, we'll get that hopefully in my head soon. I don't know. I got to see the card for next week, like the whole thing, to determine whether or not I should do a watch along for NXT. So I'm going to look at the card, Dawn, and then I'll keep you guys posted. So NXT is kind of like we'll play it by ear. Thank you, Dawn, for the super chat. Thank you. It's wild though. You know what's crazy? This NXT post show. Oh my god, I don't know what I'm doing anymore. NXT watch along. This NXT watch along is doing better numbers than yesterday's Raw watch along across the board, which is nuts because I never thought I'd say that. Terrence Johnson says all we're missing is Ridge and Karrion Kross.
You don't have to like how Eddie Thorpe has built this momentum. You don't have to like how Eddie Thorpe arrived.
I'd rather be at the DMV. Like, I think I would rather be at the DMV. I would rather be sitting in a doctor's office staring at the wall. Oh, Terrence, thank you for the super chat. Oh man, what's up, Darkwing 19? Thank you so much for hopping into the stream. We got John Taylor here who says, "In and out, what a hamburgers, all about." Yeah, I do like John Taylor's in and out attempt here.
In control, but what a night this has been. Huge 6-woman main event tag team match still to come. And again, Corey, Hardy Boys challenged by the NQCC. Moose,
oh man, let's see what we get out of this. I don't know what they're gonna do with Andre Chase.
The chart's insane, but right now Eddie Thorpe just having his way.
I hope they do like if he found something similar to like Sad Corbin, it could work. Johnny T says, I never liked Eddie, but I'm maybe turning. Bless you. Bless your soul. Icy says, I like the Eddie's tribal dance. KJ says, well, now it's a good time to go to the bathroom and go get a drink. Lucky, lucky, lucky. Steven Marchulli says, Ricky Saints will get over, no worries. Yeah, we just got to hear it like 100 times. Thank you, Steven. John Taylor says, Eddie versus Andre Chase, best of 7 Iron Man. Let's effing go. You're crazy, John. I think I'd stop watching NXT if we got a best of 7 for this match. Like, I would retire my NXT post show for that one specific match. Thank you, John.
On the winning path in NXT. Charging right back in, ducking the clothesline, and oh.
Brett Norton says, Denise, do you think Randy's coming back in Elimination Chamber to help Sammy beat KO? I hope so, dude, because I don't know when the hell Randy Orton's supposed to come back. I legitimately thought he was going to be at the Rumble, and when he wasn't, I thought, oh, damn, no Randy at the Rumble? They must be really saving him for an important moment. So maybe that's the moment. Thank you, Brent. Big Time Baxter says, this show has really spotlighted how miserable the men's division is. A Shawn Spear match going 10 minutes was painful to sit through. Question for you, Big Time Baxter. Honest question. How often do you watch NXT?
I don't know what Mr. Chase
because
teaching these guys.
It has been far worse than tonight when it comes to the men's division. At least tonight we had Ricky Starks. At least tonight we had Moose. Those two things made a world's difference on this show with the men's division. Normally it's worse in terms of like they just need more bigger stars. Like Obafemi and Trick Williams were really like legitimately the only stars. So I do think maybe people that don't watch NXT that often and are tuning in for Ricky Starks, like you're gonna notice that the men's division isn't that strong. But yeah, no, it'd be like that. Zachary Walton says, "Wow, Denise, it sounds like you're loving this match." Wild. Yeah, and Ethan Page. I should mention Ethan Page too. At least we had Ethan Page too. Yeah.
You got glasses on. You should be able to read those shirts. And Chase now into the cover. Get the win! Oh, man, that was close.
Back 10 Baxter says, Denise, I watch every week, but the back-to-back matches with Shawn Spears and Aethorpe took me out of it. I don't blame you, bro. I do not blame you at all. I get it. I get it.
Almost buckling these, sidestep for a second. Big right.
Don says, definitely been better than others. Some big moments that included the men. Yeah, for sure, for sure. Like, as a whole, this was probably the biggest episode we had where we're actually going to talk about the men. Most of our shows, we're talking about the women.
Let's see if we can finish the job. Let's see if we can finish the job.
See. We got how to spell his own name. I don't think that's it. Oh! Thorpe from behind, ripping at the hair, into the cover, and a kick out. Andre Chase, you can see he's torn.
Yeah, I missed Ilya Dragunov, Luis. He was my favorite on NXT. And he was looking like he was primed for some big things on the main roster, but yeah, unfortunately he got hurt. So, you know. Chris Holton just says, Denise, how often do you keep up with TNA? Very, very little. I think now I just pretty much like read the results at this point for anything big. Like title changes, storylines, I just read results, or I just see what's going around on Twitter or on the TNA Twitter page, since they post a bunch of clips there. Thank you for asking, Chris.
Eddie Thorpe continues to gain momentum and carve out his own path in NXT, operating at the highest level with a.
The faction hasn't came out yet, but I think they were the ones responsible for the attack backstage.
Eddie Thorpe.
Hulk says the women have been cooking weekly. Amen.
You got it twisted. It ain't over till
Oh shit! I didn't recognize Trick Williams for a second. I was like, wait, who is that? I didn't recognize him right now. He's not acting like his normal lively self, which is so different. Which, yeah, I can imagine why he's pissed at this guy. After freaking Eddie Thorpe beat him and hit him with a freaking low blow. Wild.
Earlier tonight, they're going to settle it in the ring. 6 women tag team match. It's coming your way live on NXT.
King of Strong Style says, guess he's not done in NXT just yet. Nah, he couldn't leave with just taking a low blow and then being like, bye, I'm going to be on the main roster after I just took a low blow and got beat by Eddie Thorpe. No thanks. No thanks. All right, we're on a commercial break, everybody. So I do want to take this opportunity right now to let you guys know about Mando. If you guys want to make sure you smell good at your job, at work, everywhere you go, please check out Mando. Nobody likes bad BO. Don't be a heel at the workplace or at home. Instead, be a baby face and smell delicious with today's sponsor of this video, Mando. What makes Mando different? It has whole body deodorant, safe to use anywhere on your body, pits, balls, thighs, folds, belly buttons, butt cracks, and feet. It was created by a doctor who saw firsthand how normal BO was being misdiagnosed and mistreated. It's clinically proven to block odor all day and control odor for up to 72 hours. The solid deodorant stick is formulated and powered by mandelic acid to stop odor before it starts. The spray deodorant is aluminum-free and ideal for hard-to-reach places. All products are baking soda-free and paraben-free. You can choose from a variety of fresh scents like bourbon leather, clover woods, Mount Fuji, or Pro Sport. Mando's starter pack is perfect for new customers. It comes with a solid stick deodorant, cream tube deodorant, 2 free products of your choice like mini body wash and deodorant wipes, and free shipping. As a special offer for listeners, new customers get $5 off a starter pack with our exclusive code. That equates to over 40% off your starter pack. Use code Denise at shopmando.com. SHOPMANDO.com. Please support our show and tell them we sent you. Smell fresher, stay drier, and boost your confidence from head to toe with Mando. Alrighty, everyone, and we are back here. We still got about a minute left until we get into the return to NXT. We are on a commercial break, but in the meantime, yes, guys, please check out Mando, shopmando.com. Use that promo code Denise. Make sure all of that stuff is clean. We got... Let's see what we got here. We got a couple of super chats. Let me catch up here. This is from John Taylor, who says, don't stink worse than a wrestling match between Eddie Thorpe and Andre Chase. Buy Mando today. Code Denise. Hey, I didn't say it. John Taylor said it. I didn't say it. John Taylor said it. John, thank you for the super chat, man. Alrighty. Let's see who else we got here. We got V Pool in here who says, use that and you might need to use more Blue Chew as well. Exactly. Hey. The ladies love a man that smell good, and men love women that smell good. People love people that smell good. No matter what you're into, as long as they smell good. All right, let's see what else we got here. Have I given people shout outs yet? I want to make sure I didn't skip anybody. We got Hulk 076 in here. What's up, Hulk? Let's see. Dark Week 19 says she just casually slipped balls in there. By the way, that was in the script. Had I written the script, I don't think I would have said it. I would have said that part. We got Corey MacArthur here who says been rocking with Denise and DWO for 20 months. Hell yeah, man, Corey. 20 months is freaking awesome. So thank you so much for being part of the DWO. We are officially back here on NXT. Although I'm gonna mute it because I feel like that song is a no-go. Okay, here we go.
I don't know how you deal with the chaos.
Damn, Ricky Starks has gotten
insane.
several
I know,
appearances
but
on today's
it comes
show.
with the territory. Eventually, you'll just get used to it.
Well, I really feel like I'm gonna fit in here. Oh my God.
What other drama now? Oh, Ethan Page again.
Exactly what you're doing. I'm worried about Javon. I thought I was done with him.
Not after you whooped your ass tonight. I don't think so.
All right,
Oh, another one.
Yeah, man. It's easy for you to walk up in here talking a big game when you ain't been here since day one.
Let me tell you something. If you feel some type of way, Wes, how
As
about
a
this?
matter of
We
fact,
can go
I
ahead.
do. You can pop up. Now you don't get
Let's
stopped in it, dog.
Doing this here.
Wow, Ava is tall. I just realized how tall Ava is.
Stop! Listen to me. Look, Ricky, you said you wanted to be a part of this. Okay, easy fix. Next week, Cincinnati tag match. You two against you two.
Okay.
Everyone happy?
Yeah.
As long as I get my hands on them.
You're talking about
Oh, I thought we were gonna do Ricky Saints and Wesley. Oh, look, the Hardy Boys.
And here are names called out on it, much less challenged to a match. But I got to tell you, no quarter catch crew. I'm very flattered that you had the Hardys on your mind tonight. Should we accept that challenge, Jeff?
Of course we should accept that challenge. We're the TNA World Tag Team Champions, man, and it's 2025. We're still innovating. We're still influencing. We're still inspiring. We're still modifying the craft of pro wrestling. How's that for an axiom? Fraxium?
Fraxium, why don't you pull up a front row seat and watch us beat the no quarter catch crew? After a plot twist, a twist of fate, a swanton, you'll realize while we are the greatest tag team in all of space and time, the best, the GOATs.
And people always wonder, what's next? What's next? Maybe it's a Hardy party at NXT.
Absolutely.
Wow, guys, we're starting to see this whole. Okay, so the Hardy Boys match is taking place next week on NXT. No quarter catch crew. That's one of the matches announced for next week, and then of course Ava just made that match with Ricky and Javon versus Ethan and Wes. So let's see what else they have. Oh, next week the match with Karmen, Petrovic, and Stephanie Vaquer is also taking place next Tuesday.
Also next week, NXT certainly the place everyone wants to be included.
And the Moose match with Lexus King is also happening next Tuesday, but it's for the X Division Championship, not for the Heritage Cup. So that'll be fun. That's definitely going to be Moose getting the win for sure. After all, Lexus King just got a win over JDC. And then the Ricky Starks, Ricky Saints. I told you it's going to happen. It's going to happen 100 times. Ricky Saints and Ricky Saints and Javon versus Wesley and Ethan Page.
Right here on NXT.
Yeah, it's going to take a really long time to get used to saying Ricky Saints. Oh, here's Stephanie. We got Corey MacArthur. Thank you so much, Corey, for the super chat. He says NXT has been red hot tonight. Good goosebumps for tonight. Dude, for real. I am like thrilled about tonight. I'm really happy. I think I made a good decision in making a watch along for today. I had a feeling today's show had to deliver, and it definitely did. Thank you, Corey.
Women's North American Champion, Stephanie.
We got Jen City who says queen. Exactly. Stephanie is a queen. That's Source Jordan.
And noted, the sky is the limit.
Next, from Austin, Texas, Jordan Grace. We know how excited the game has been about the arrival of Jordan Grace to WWE. An incredible performance in this year's Royal Rumble match.
Mike Zapata says, Ricky Saints, question mark. Mike, did you just tune in? Ricky Starks is no longer Ricky Starks. He is now Ricky Saints. You know, Luis A says, are the women main eventing? It looks like it because we only got 20 minutes left on the show. Oh, speaking of which, I need to send Chinedu the link. Whoops. I always forget to send Chinedu the link. I always forget to send him and Robin the link.
She is
Every time.
the NXT Women's Champion, Julia. As Booker, you would say, buckle up. It's a newsworthy NXT, and it's got a monumental 6-woman main event tag team matchup. It's live. It's next on NXT.
Alrighty, we are going on a commercial break. Let me mute the commercials here really quickly. Earlier, I was talking about Shop Mando and how if you smell good, you're probably going to get to use a lot more Blue Chew. So make sure you guys grab yourself some Blue Chew at bluechew.com. Are you having technical difficulties in bed? Are you tired of being counted out, tapping out, or simply jobbing out? Get out of developmental and get drafted to the best sex you ever had with today's podcast sponsor, Blue Chew. Blue Chew is the original brand offering chewable tablets. These erection-enhancing tablets help men achieve stronger, harder, and longer-lasting erections for sexual activities. And Blue Chew is putting its money where its mouth is and offering you a month free. The process is simple. Sign up at bluechew.com, consult with one of their licensed medical providers, and once you're approved, you'll receive your prescription within days. Blue Chew tablets are made in the USA and prepared and shipped directly to your door. You can take them anytime, day or night, so you can plan ahead or be ready whenever an opportunity arises. The best part, it's all done online. That means no visits to the doctor's office, no awkward conversations, and no waiting in line at the pharmacy. Remember, hard times breed better men. Make life easier by getting harder and discover your options at bluechew.com. And we've got a special deal for our listeners. Try your first month of Blue Chew free. Visit bluechew.com for more details and important safety information. And we thank Blue Chew for sponsoring the podcast. Link in the description box below. As always, thank you so much to Blue Chew. They are our biggest, most supportive sponsor here on the channel. So always giving some love over to them. Let's see who else we got here. We got Jackie Sad. Thank you so much for hopping into the show. Let's see. We got Goat A in here. Thank you so much for also hopping in. Let's see. We got Dominic Carranza. He's been here for a minute, but I'm gonna make sure I'll shout him out again. I'm just going through the rounds here. We got Trevor L, who says Ricky Saints is a very GTA name. Is it now? Okay. Let's see. Let me see what else we got here. Oh yeah, Mike says he just tuned in, so he was just figuring this stuff out. Dylan Johnson, what's up, Dylan? We got Carlos V. What's up, Carlos? And Brent Norton says, who did Stephanie pay to get a good theme song? Because holy cow, the WWE themes are so bad most of the time. Yeah, it's nice when we do get a couple of good theme songs here and there. So hopefully we get some better ones. We got Alexander in the building. What is up, Alexander? We also got John Taylor here who sends in a super chat. Says, do you want to be harder than Denise trying to pay attention to Eddie Thorpe versus Andre Chase? BlueChew.com. I can feel Denise's sigh saying my name. No. Definitely not, John. Definitely not. I love when your jokes pop up. I love your sense of humor. So thank you so much for always keeping the chat alive and well. So yes, no, please keep sending in your comedy. Thank you, John. Let's see. Let me see. Brett Norton says, chew it and do it with Blue Chew. Is that how Undertaker promotes his Blue Chew reads? Because I know he does Blue Chew reads as well. But I've never actually heard them though, so I wasn't entirely too sure. All right, let's see what else we got here. We got everybody reacting to John Taylor's super chat. That's so funny. All right, we got Dominic Carranza who says, ladies and gentlemen, we have hit the unhinged part of the show. We always get there. We always get there. All right, and we are back on NXT. All right, and we're down. We got like 16 minutes left on the show. Afterwards, I am going to be doing the post show with Chinedu. So if you guys want to come in and stick around for that, you are more than welcome to. John Taylor says, can I DM you an idea? Of course, dude. Go right ahead, man. I love when people send me ideas all the time. A lot of the things that I do are ideas from people that they send in for like video ideas, you name it. I pay attention to that stuff. Thank you, John.
Fallon Henley. Fatal Influence.
King of Strong Style says that today's NXT has been mad fun. Real talk. So happy about that, man. I want to see NXT get some more love, man.
JC Jane right now, the rock star. We're talking about Fallon Henley, the pro, as well as the NYX.
We got Johnny T here who says this would be an amazing match. I think it should be a good one. I think they'll do a fine job.
As cohesive as these three right here, man. Oh yeah,
Oh yeah.
Did you hear what
We're gonna get some Booker T. Today.
I'm talking about three that's thinking the same way. Hey, what are you talking about?
The New Day.
The hell with the New Day.
And Vic Karen there with Fallon Henley. And of course, these two met this.
Nope.
Into the cover. What are you knowing me for?
I was going to give Booker his opportunity.
I don't want like I say, that works as a unit. These three right here, I'm telling you, man.
I don't think Booker T realized what they were saying on commentary right now.
Booker, I agree with you.
Thank you.
It's time to take a look.
Oh,
at
yes,
tonight's
man.
NXT recap presented by Progressive.
Right now, certainly living up to the hype provided by Booker T.
And there's Jasmine Nix. And as I was getting ready to say was Stephanie Vaquer, Fallon Henley.
KJ says the NXT women's division clears the men's division by miles. That's because the women are money. You're new here to the NXT post show. That's what we do around here.
Of her NXT North American Women's title against Karmen.
Oh God, Tim Biotti says Booker T needs to be the lead commentator on Raw. I don't know. I don't think it'll fly. I don't think it'll fly on Raw. Booker T has a different kind of a style. I just don't think it would come through on the Raw side. It's okay for NXT. IDK about Raw though. IDK. Plaid 3 says Booker T's in his own world. Yeah, I think he is. I think he is.
Like Bailey, like Roxanne Perez, even Cora Jade. Those are very, very well-known superstars, and Juliet beat them all. Decisive.
We got Corey MacArthur here says every watch along and post show goes off the rails every damn time. Every damn time. You just never know what's gonna happen on these shows. Thank you, Corey, for the love.
Dragging back over. Tag was made, and in comes Jordan Grace. Booker Grace's first official in-ring appearance on NXT as a WWE superstar. You have always spoke so highly.
Well, she's about to launch her.
Jordan Grace as well as
reverse Alabama slam.
It's crazy that Jordan could just like lift these girls like nothing.
Who wants some? Come get some. What's the thing you always say about your mama and a whoop?
It is not a big deal for her.
Was taking one.
That was a big shot.
And your rock star just checked in, but she may be singing a different tune here in a moment.
Big right hand by JC connects.
Grace earlier said she wanted to come to NXT after competing in the Royal Rumble, coming to the WWE. She wanted to come here because she wanted to compete in the best women's division in the world, and she almost had her return here spoiled. Rolling right through, shoulders down one more time, unique pinning predicament, another kick out.
Oh my God.
Right through, and look,
Jordan just moves different. I say this every time, but I can't help but to notice it every damn time.
What I'm saying? Great teamwork.
Oh, I love how Julia and Stephanie just had her back like this.
Between these 6 women.
3 big baby faces here on NXT for Steph, Julia, and Jordan. At least for right now. At least for right now.
Petrovic earned the right to be the #1 contender to the women's North American title.
Well, listen, Fatal Influence could be upset all they want. Petrovic earned the right to be the next challenger to Stephanie Vaquer next week in Cincinnati.
There goes your rock star. I don't think we're going to be having any encores here tonight, Book. Fatal Influence wiped out. Look who's no.
Oh, here we go.
She's not going to do that.
Yes, she is, Booker. Yes, she is. Booker was like, no, she's not going to do it.
Julia in control.
He really is in his own world. It's hilarious.
Good time right now. They're having a nice little party.
Cover here by Grace.
Up to the leg, and Casey just having to kick
Glad3 says, which one goes to the main roster first? Out of Jordan, Julia, and Stephanie? Jordan. I'm surprised she's even here on NXT right now. I thought she would be on the main roster already. I immediately after when I did my Royal Rumble review, that was the first thing I said was I was a little disappointed because it was at the Royal Rumble when I realized that she would be going to NXT and not the main roster. Oh, he does he changes it every time. Oh, he added the yeah.
All right. Now, back to my point.
Wild.
Looking for the fake kick.
Wild. Fucking Booker.
Right to the side of the face with a little extra oomph.
You gotta love it.
Which team is walking
You gotta love it.
Here on NXT. Well, Fatal Influence
I just realized I want to break.
Turn this matchup around quickly.
Brett Norton's like, there goes Booker. For real.
A well-oiled machine right there. I'm talking about.
Trying to take us like Booker took a Blue Chew cocktail, bro. For real.
You got a unit too. That hairpiece you got on.
Oh, you're not talking to me. I got the best hair in the game.
King of Strong Style says Booker making that move main event. I know. It's funny because we don't even know. We don't even have a name for it. We're just like, oh yeah, that's when Booker T goes or whatever he does.
Cover hook of the leg. And you got to imagine too. Let's think about this. Let's take it a step further. Let's agree with Booker for a second.
Do that.
Think about if Fatal Influence were to win. They'd either have to pin the Women's North American Champion.
What's up, Jose? Thank you so much for hopping into the stream, man. Hope you're having a good one.
Be a big boost for Fatal Influence.
So basically, what Fatal Influence needs to do.
KJ says women's wrestling rules. So very glad that HBK understands that. King Michael Gann says, yo, Booker T's funny AF. Daryl McCluskey says, I love you, Denise, when you do Booker T. Oh, that sounds really wrong. Phrasing, Daryl, phrasing.
And a kick out.
That's
I understand Fallon Henley's frustration. She was a very dominant North American.
Louis says Booker's Blue Chew is kicking in.
Very, very well. Yet for some reason, Fallon feels that nobody ever respected her as she deserved.
That's why she had to change her attitude.
We got Jose who says Booker T is hilarious. King of Strong Style says Denise's Booker is amazing. To me, it first sounded though like he was going and now it sounds like an I gotta re-listen to that. We need to get on the same page here, Booker.
Another big right into the cover goes Henley.
And we get a kick out by the Karen. Look at Fallon Henley yelling at Jordan Grace, yelling at Julia. The venom being spewed tonight by Fatal Influence. And this is what tag team continuity is.
We got Alexander here with the super chat. Thank you so much, Alexander. He says Booker and Jerry the King Lawler would be criminal. Oh my gosh. Back when like Jerry the King Lawler was unhinged and he'd be like, puppies, and all the things that he would say on commentary during that time period. Yeah. That Jerry the King Lawler during that time and Booker T right now. And if you look, and keep in mind, like, you know, things are a little different. You can't say some of the things that Jerry the King Lawler would say back then. Like, Booker T can't say those things, you know? And imagine if this is wild. This is wild. I don't know what to think about it. Alexander, thank you so much for the super chat.
Oh, and what a kick to the spine.
JCJ now in complete control of the Women's North American Champion.
I remember this one time I went to a Raw. Don't remember when it was, but I remember that The Rock and Trish Stratus were teaming together. It was like a mixed tag team match, right? And I was like a little kid, right? So I didn't know what puppies meant back then. I was a kid. I didn't know about that stuff. But I remember though the crowd was chanting puppies but I didn't know they were chanting puppies. I thought they were chanting Rocky. So while everyone was chanting puppies, I was chanting Rocky at the show. And it was just one of those moments where, like, I didn't realize it until afterwards, like way later, where I was like, wow, I was sitting there thinking that everybody was chanting Rocky, not realizing that everyone was chanting puppies. So yeah, it was just one of those crazy little moments that you don't realize until you get older. Janica's as a 12-year-old boy, I knew. Oh, I'm sure. I was like, did not know.
All three moving as one, wiping out the care. Quickly into the cover. Hook of the leg isn't enough for another kick.
It's crazy because even though I grew up watching wrestling, my mom and my family raised me like very sheltered. So they wouldn't, you know, I always had to cover my eyes in certain things. And I grew up very, very protected in that way, where like I wasn't seeing stuff that I shouldn't be seeing at a certain age. Even when I would watch wrestling, sometimes my uncle would tell me to like leave the room whenever there was something, you know, inappropriate that a child shouldn't be watching. I had to leave the room. I wasn't allowed to watch certain things on wrestling. So yeah, I don't know how I managed to get by. I just watched everything with like an innocent mind, you know? Like I didn't see it the way that it was presented. I saw it differently. And I think sometimes kids, like again, when you watch things with kids' lens, you don't always get like the dirty jokes or things like
Here
that.
in NXT. And right now, taken out everyone.
Damn way. Double Northern Lights suplex by the Juggernaut. Inverted
clothesline. Calling out her shot. Jane able to move out of the way for a half second, but just got caught one more time. And the game was changed by Grace. And Grace right now, looking to make a serious impact.
She just like ran her right into her. That was funny.
Just able to kick out.
AC Jane keeping this one alive. Fatal influence. What a main
Jay
event.
Grouse is like Sable gets called down, Denise gets told to leave the room for real.
And now Grace trying to hoist up, trying to power up.
You have no idea how many times I had to leave the room, and I wasn't thrilled about it because it's not like I knew. I was like, what am I kicked out for? Damn. I wanted to see what was gonna happen. Nah, I got to get kicked out.
Now she's set up this foul. Henley trying to run interference. It was successful for a moment. Vader bomb didn't connect. Out of the corner, no one home. Jumping knee under the jaw.
Good night.
Not quite yet.
Not enough to keep Jordan down.
Right shoulder off the mat.
That was a shot. Look at this impact.
We got Ron Adams here says Shawn needs to grib Booker by having Sharmell show up randomly 1 week to confront Booker. She just like taps him on the shoulder right after that Stephanie spot. She just has this face like, what the hell? Exactly. That would be so funny if Sharmell shows up one time. Or Sharmell joins him on commentary during a Stephanie Booker match. Let's see how different he calls the match. That would be funny. Ryan, thank you so much for the super chat. John Taylor, but they said there would be puppies later. Me expecting actual fucking puppies? Legit, that's something I would think. Thank you, John.
NXT Women's Champion. Beautiful.
Thank you so much, Mike. Thank you for all the support. Seriously. Hope you have a good day tomorrow. Thank you.
Standing no longer.
Big G's like, Booker, you got some explaining to do. You got some explaining to do.
Bodies are hitting the floor. And Julia now.
Oh, there. Oh, let's see.
Just got caught.
Henley again running interference. This is great teamwork by Fatal Influence.
Action spilling out all over. What's McCary thinking? Dark Angel flies.
Now Jasmine Nix one-on-one with the jump.
No, I think Jordan's about to finish this match off.
Grace, big back fist, lock Nix, and right now, hoisted up.
Nice.
Center of the ring, into the cover.
Ah, there you go. Right as I said it, I was like, oh yeah, Jordan's about to finish this match off. And there she goes, finishing the match off.
Jordan Gray.
Welcome to NXT. What a win for these three. Look who's standing tall. The women's champion, Julia, Grace, and the women's North American champion, Stephanie McCare.
Oh, but they both have titles to raise, and Jordan doesn't have anything. I don't think that's going to make her too happy. We got to give Jordan some gold. What's Jordan going to hold up? I read a lot into that. I feel like Jordan is looking at them like, look at them carrying their stuff. Oh, no. What's happening? Don't tell me this is Ricky Starks. Oh, it's the group. What'd they take out? I can't make out who that was.
Oh, my God. What the hell? So.
I'm like turning my head. I'm like, who is that?
What the hell happened?
All right. That was the end of NXT there. I was like trying to see what was happening there. So anyways, okay, we got our post show coming up in just a second, guys. I gotta wait for Chinedu to hop into the stream. So as soon as Chinedu gets in here, oh, it was Robert Stone. Thank you, everyone. I couldn't tell who that was. I was like, huh? Well, the camera was moving so much because obviously they were trying to, sell the attack, but I couldn't make out who that was at the end. All right, let's give Chinedu a second to hop in here, and then we'll get right to it. We got King Michael Gang who says, Denise, remember when JR would say Jezebel? Oh, yeah, I do remember that back in the day. John Taylor says, the 80s kids remember PG-13 movies that had boobies. I've never seen boobies spelled that way. Boobies. Thank you, John, and thank you, King Michael Gang 123. All right, let's give Chinedu a second, guys. I'm going to send out a tweet, and hopefully he'll be on the post show quickly so we can get the party started. All right. Come on, Chinedu. Let's get this party started here. All right. Robert Stone's dead. Yeah, bro got attacked. All right. Well, while we wait for Chin to come in here, I'm going to turn on this light really quick, so give me a second. Usually I do all of that while the ads play. I turn on the lights, I freshen up, but I already played 2 ads, so I used my my freshening up period during the actual stream. Let's see what we got here. We got, oh, hey, what? Heidi Ho, I haven't seen you in a minute. Heidi Ho says, Ashanti is the worst boyfriend of all time. Karmen needs to dump that loser. Hey, look. I don't know how I would feel. I mean, here's the thing. Like, you wouldn't want your special other person to, like, go in there and attack any women. But he should at least try to, like, scare them off. Like, taunt them away. It's a 3-on-1 attack. Taunt them away. Do something. Threaten something. Bring out something that'll scare them off so that they can run away. And, you can not see your girlfriend be attacked 3-on-1. Heidi Ho, thank you so much for hopping into the stream and for the super chat. We got Alexander here who says, you watched NXT on Netflix, or am I hearing things? Definitely on Netflix, yes. So, because I'm out on the West Coast for the CW, NXT doesn't start for me, I think, until like 8 o'clock. Which just wouldn't still be for like a whole other hour. And even then, I can't even watch NXT on my computer. I would have to watch on TV, which would mean I can't cover NXT at all. So instead, I watch on Netflix with a VPN, and that's the only way that I can watch NXT. Before, I used to watch NXT a whole different way, and it was not fun. I had to find ways to watch NXT, and it wasn't the best. It wasn't the best, but now at least I figured all of that out. We got John Taylor here who says, super chats, filters bad words, have to get around it. Oh yeah, they definitely do that. So, which is good, obviously, because you never know what people are willing to pay to send. Thank you, John. All right, guys, we got Chinedu in here. What's up, Chinedu?
Just waiting for my AirPods to connect so I can join in here officially.
Cool.
Do you guys hear echo? Is my audio good?
No, we can hear you good. Can you hear me?
You hear me? Hold on. I can't hear you now. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Okay, don't
I
worry.
did
Take your
something.
time.
Wait a
Figure it
minute.
out. You'll be
Hold up.
okay. Go to your settings,
Wait a
your
minute.
StreamYard settings.
Hold on. Can you hear me?
I can
No?
hear you. Can you hear me? I can hear
I can't hear
you.
you though. I can hear
Okay,
you,
so
but I
you're
can't
gonna
hear you.
have to
Hold on.
come
Give me 1
out
second. Hold on.
and come back in. Yeah, see, okay. I'm like, he's not hearing my instructions. I'm like, I knew he's not hearing my instructions, but I'm still gonna give them to him anyways. All right, guys, we'll give Chinedu a second and then we'll go ahead and get the stream started. Apologies about that, everyone. Sometimes technical difficulties happen. Especially on these kinds of streams. We got Anthony Giuliano who says, is anyone joining you tonight? I would be happy to be a guest if you need someone in the future to fill in. I have a great insight of wrestling too. That's so sweet, Anthony. Thank you so much for sending in that super chat. Yes, Chinedu is joining me in just a second. He just tuned out because he needs to fix his audio really quickly. And as soon as he gets back in here, we'll go ahead and get the stream started. So all will be okay in just a minute. But thank you so much, Anthony. We got Jared here who says, I know he can't hit a girl, but Ashanti let Carmen's ass get beat for like 10 minutes. Right. That's what I'm saying. Like, scare them away, you know? Chinedu, can you hear me now?
I can hear you now. I'm back. We're in here.
Perfect. So yes, Jared, like scare them away with something. I don't know, anything to just like get them off of your girl. So yeah, I agree with you, Jared. Thank you so much for the super chat. We'll get to that in a second, Chinedu. Let's start our show. Here we go, guys. 3, 2, 1. What is up, everybody? Welcome to Speak Now Pro Wrestling. It is Tuesday, February 18th, and we had probably our most like newsworthy edition of NXT in a while. And mind you, last week we had the debut of Ricky Saints. Well, technically he was still Ricky Starks in our minds last week, but now he's no longer Ricky Starks. We'll get to that in a second. And while that was super newsworthy last week, this show kind of had even a lot more because it had, of course, the inclusion of Jordan Grace. It had Ricky Saints and had a lot on today, so we're gonna go ahead and get right to it. We had Moose. I mean, there was a lot that went down with it, but before we get into all of that, Chinedu, how are you? How are you doing, man?
I am doing great. I had to make sure I locked my door to make sure that NXT episode didn't follow me home because it was very chaotic, very aggressive, a little bit scary, man, but I loved it. I'm happy to be here. It's always a great night when reviewing NXT with the amazing Denise Salcedo, the homie, and the great DWO, man. Happy to be here.
Hell yeah, man. All right, let's get right to it, everybody. Let's get into this show. So I want to go ahead and kick things off with probably the biggest topic of the night, which was, oh dear, I don't even know. There was quite a few in here, but I'm going to go ahead and kick it off with Ricky Starks, who is no longer Ricky Starks, by the way. He is now Ricky Saints. And it's going to take a while, Chinedu, for us to get used to that because, for such a long time, we've been calling him a certain name. And anytime any wrestler changes their name, it always takes an additional, period of time for us to get used to it, to get on board. Every time we hear like the initial name change, we all kind of have the similar reaction of ick, right? Because it's a change and people do not like change. I don't like change. But we had a lot here with Ricky, though. Not only did we get the official name change, but also he had a confrontation with Ethan Page and Wes Lee. So things got started pretty damn hot with Ricky. So it's looking like he's going to have a tag team match next week. It's going to be him and Javon Evans versus Ethan Page and Wes Lee. The whole thing with Wes Lee started all because Sarah decided she didn't want to finish doing her interview with Wes Lee, and instead she went off to interview Ricky Starks. And then the whole thing with Ethan Page and Ricky Starks all started because Ethan Page came out and confronted him, and we sensed a little bit of jealousy coming from Ethan, and Ricky kind of put him in his spot there, but eventually Ethan Page was run off by Javon Evans. So there's kind of a whole lot in there. Chin, start off with the name change. Let's start there, and then we'll work our way into the feuds.
Listen, I'll say this. I'm happy he's here in NXT. First and foremost, I'm happy he's here. Ricky Saints, it's okay. I think Ricky Saint with no S would probably have been better. Just Ricky Saint if we're gonna go this route. But I mean, it's cool. I mean, he's Creole. I believe it sounds a little bit better. Ricky Saint, not Ricky Saints. Like
Ricky Saint.
That's the team. Yeah,
Ricky Saints.
I think
I
Ricky
get what
Saints
you
probably would have been
mean.
a little better.
Yeah.
A little better, like the Saints. That's the football team, but I believe he's from New Orleans, correct? Isn't he from New
He
Orleans?
is. Yeah, he is.
So, I mean, I understand the ties, but man, Ricky Starks is so much better, man. But I do get it. It's just okay. I'll get used to it. Give me, I'll get used to it.
3 months. Give us at least 3 months to get used to it. I feel like that's a fair amount of time. And then let's see how we feel about it in 3 months once we've gotten used to saying his name out loud. So with that being said, it was funny too because when they zoomed into the actual contract, I don't have the best vision sometimes, especially on my right eye. That's the one where I struggle. And so I'm looking at it and I'm like, oh, it's Ricky Starks. And then I looked at it and I'm like, no, it's Ricky Saints. And I'm like, oh no. I was so confident, Chin. I was so confident that we were going to see him show up as Ricky Starks. Like I wasn't expecting the name change. And I know we were all making jokes and whatnot, but I still wasn't expecting it.
I wasn't either. I thought I read Starks too. I got hype. I was like, yes. I was like, hold on.
Yeah, yes. Okay, I'm glad I wasn't the only one with that reaction because that was legitimately my reaction.
No, I was hyped. I thought, yes, they let him keep it because so far, there's been a track of people coming from AEW to WWE. They can keep their stuff, keep their name. But this was like, okay, this also let me know, this might be a little bit, let them know, hey, from now on, if you jumping over, the reins might be a little bit tight, going forward with this whole copyright gimmick thing, name stuff, whatever, though. But regardless, I'm happy he's here. I hope they will at least consider Ricky. Please consider Ricky Saints. Take the S off. Just Shawn. Uncle Shawn, are you listening? I know you Shawn, just please. Ricky Saints. I think that could work. If we're going to go this route, Ricky Saints. Let's see.
I don't care. To me, it doesn't make too much of a difference. Saints, whatever. I'll get used to it regardless. All right. With that being said, Ethan Page, Wesley. I kind of mentioned how those two things started brewing. What did you make of the back and forth between Ethan Page and Ricky Starks? Saints. This is going to happen a whole lot, by the way, guys. A whole freaking lot. If you hear me call Ricky Starks, just ignore it.
Because it's going to take a while, guys. Like Ricky Saints. So when Ricky Saints had his conversation with Ethan Page, I was excited about it though because both these guys are good on the mic. They, they're familiar with each other. They're both from, the same group of we came from that other place and now we're here. They played on it a little bit. I love the back and forth. I love the way Ricky Starks put him in his place because the way Ricky cuts promos, he cuts it with a little bit more like there's a certain way he does it. It's like he hits. It's like it's a promo too, but it's almost like he hitting you with like a sting in the backyard too. Like he just roasting in front of everybody. Like it's like that too. It's like they like oh, like the way he just stinged him, like boom, boom. Talk about his jacket, boom, boom, boom. He just delivered it. Like it's so flawless. The way only the way Ricky Saints can do it was very, very good. I love Ethan Page's retort. I love his perspective into this. This makes sense as to why they would have friction. I like it. It's something they can do. They could both go in the ring. I like it. We're already building up enemies for Ricky Saints between him and Wesley. I like it.
I was wondering if they were going to make any mentions of AEW or the fact that they both came from the same place, but they didn't mention any of that, which of course, WWE doesn't really do that. They've done it a couple of times, but they don't really go all in on that. And so part of me thought, like, of course, I'm always expecting those big ooh-ah jab moments, but this definitely, though, I think the big noticeable thing, because one of the things we're always talking about on the chat, on the watch along here on this post show is the men's division, right? We're constantly talking about how, there needs to be bigger stars and whatnot. When Ethan Page came in, instantly when he went out there and he cut that first promo and he had that first interaction with Ava, I remember thinking like, damn, man, like Ethan Page is so strong on the mic. And he really, really stood out in that way on NXT. Like he stood out like a lot stronger because of it. And hearing Ricky tonight, dude, I already knew this. We already knew this. If you'd seen us work on AEW, you knew that the guy can go. We talked about this. That's part of what his appeal is, that he can go on the mic. And not a lot of people, you have some people who are some of the best wrestlers, but they can't go out there and command that kind of attention, or they can't go out there and do those kinds of promos, right? And Ricky Starks already has that. He is the guy that can do this stuff. Like instantly when we came into when Ricky made his debut last week, the first thing that I told everybody was, if you've never seen Ricky, just know that this guy's good on promos and this guy has a lot of charisma, and that is going to take him very, very far. And so when he was out there tonight, I just started to think, damn, I've missed this. I've missed having this kind of flair on the show for the men. It was a real big piece of the puzzle that was missing. And now I feel like we're starting to fill it all in. And this show in particular was probably the strongest we've ever had for the men's division in a long time. Because for the longest time, when we would come out here, our primary topic, our primary focus were the women. And now we at least have a little meat on the bones to talk about the men. And so it really stood out to me how much we needed people like Ethan Page, how much we needed people like Ricky, and how much, and we knew this the second they made that NXT TNA collaboration partnership announcement, we knew what that TNA partnership would do for the NXT division, which has had a whole shit ton of life, which we're going to talk about in just a second. But I'm excited that we are sort of starting this this simultaneous feud with both Ethan Page and Wesley, because I see Wesley as the guy that he can sort of easily beat but still mean something on the show. Like, his name is big enough, Chinedu, where he's not, you know, the bottom of the barrel on NXT, right? But you know that the big prize is eventually this, you know, one-on-one feud with him and Ethan Page. I think Ethan Page needed it, and I think it's the best way to have Ricky Starks kind of get started, because this Javon Evans feud with Ethan Page, I've mentioned it before, it's not really for me. I love to see I love to see Javon Evans wrestle. I think he's very, very fun to watch. And I like Ethan Page's promos, but this storyline wasn't doing it for me because I had to suspend my disbelief a whole lot, where I couldn't really buy this whole broken jaw bit. I couldn't buy the vignettes, Chin. Like, this just wasn't my story. Like, they didn't successfully win me over. And so I kind of wanted Ethan Page to just kind of not be done with it, because I have a lot of respect for Javon, but I didn't want that to be his big thing, right? I didn't want that to be the big focus for him on NXT. And so to me, it's far more exciting to see him do something there with Ricky Starks.
I definitely agree. What was for sure missing from this men's division was a credible top babyface. We have that in Ricky Saints now, because now we have a babyface that can elevate other up-and-coming heels. I mean, Ethan's established. He's a former champion, though, but guys like Wesley and things like that, to kind of further elevate them, give us new and fresh storylines, and kind of make us interested in their characters again. Like, just like you said, too, I really like this. The Javon Evans storyline, although I like his character, same thing. You know, it was kind of, you know, it wasn't the best to kind of get them over and things like that. It wasn't horrible, though, but low key, man, kind of sucked because, you know, Cedric Alexander got, you know, he got released in that storyline, man. He was a part of that storyline a little bit. Like, gone, this god dog, man. But anyway, regardless, you know, he'll be in the Hurt Syndicate soon anyway. But in terms of Javon, though, it kind of just let me know, although he has like a lot of talent, I feel there's still more development there, which isn't a bad thing. So this means he has so much upside on him that, I mean, he can still be on TV and there's still much more to go in his development. But right now, pairing with Ricky Saints, someone who's great on the mic, a credible baby face to elevate all these things, is very, very good. Great for business, great for the men's division.
I love it. And when I was seeing like a lot more people like coming in to watch the NXT, be part of the NXT watch along. I was just talking about this on my watch along, but today's NXT watch along legitimately did more views and generated more conversation than yesterday's Raw watch along.
Really?
Right? Isn't that crazy? Yes.
Oh, snap. NXT. Look.
Yes. Like the buzz, like Ricky Starks is being a needle mover here. It is generating interest and people want to come in and see what the hell is going to happen.
Ooh, listen, if I'm Ricky Saints, I'm feeling real good right now, because again, it's not about it's about the ratings and things like that. Right now, if you're a needle mover, they're gonna put you at the top. I'm sure Obafemi is gonna have a good little run though, but man, if he continues to do this, though, they may have to go ahead and jumpstart him and put him in a feud with him right away and make him a top guy. Because if he's doing this to the ratings and things like that, that's what it's about. So
well, we'll see the actual ratings once they come out. This is just my little, things that I noticed based off of like social interactions and whatnot. But usually when I always look at that stuff, right? Like I gauge like numbers and viewers and what people are interested in because you click on what you're interested in, right? If not, then you're not interested. And this is just one where people cared. Like they wanted to see Ricky Starks. They wanted to see what was going to happen with his name. They wanted to see who his first feud was going to be. And I think they started it off in the best way. And he nailed the promo, man. The promo absolutely knocked it out of the park. If I'm a guy on NXT, bro, the first thing that I'm doing, if I'm not solid on promos, the first thing I am doing is going to Ricky Starks and saying, damn, bro, give me some freaking pointers. Or I'm sitting down and I am watching what Ricky Starks does, and I try to take some of that to improve on myself, because I feel like right now, one of the things that I was saying earlier about the women of NXT is that right now with all of these new people that we're seeing, right? Stephanie, Julia, Jordan, all of these new faces in the women's division, there are some women that are being sort of moved around and put in other positions, right? They're not necessarily in these prime spots. And one of the things that I was thinking about was how much harder it is to fight for that kind of a spot on NXT. If you want to be a top girl, a top woman on NXT, you really got to stand out. You got to connect with the crowd. You got to go above and beyond in your wrestling and your promo in all sorts of ways. Like good is not going to cut it anymore. Like you got to be beyond that because the competition just got tougher. And so for me, that's how I see it with the girls. I don't necessarily see it like that with the men, but it could get to that point, and I hope it gets to that point.
I agree. At this point, like you said too, if I'm some of the other guys on the roster, at this point, the lag time is now over. There is no more refractionary period. We'll see what happens though. No, they put in a top guy right now that's going to start moving the needle for the men's division. He's here. So if I'm a Ora Mensa, if I'm Alexis King, if I'm any of these guys, I'm like, oh man, I'm not knocking or nothing like that though, but they're on the roster and I know you want to be a top guy. So if anything, this motivates me. Let me get my promos up. Let me get my in-ring together. Let me get all this stuff right. Harder workouts and get it together, because this new men's division is shaping up, even with like you said, along with the new signees and just with the partnership with TNA, the other guys I'm sure we'll get into later, they're here too, and that only makes it better.
Yep. All right. We got some super chats to get into. We got Jacob Tatum. Thank you so much, Jacob. He says, who do you think will dethrone Nathan Frazier and Axiom? And when they get called up, plus which brand would they benefit the most in? All right. So yes. By the way, love to see how much love Axiom and Nathan Frazier are getting. Like people are recognizing that they are a unique and fun tag team because they're just going out there, man, and they're having a good time. We're seeing both of them do some extraordinary stuff with their bodies, move at extraordinary speeds, and that has gotten people like interested in them. I feel like right now, and I know everyone's going to be like, Denise hates tag teams. No, I do not hate tag teams. I think that the tag team divisions in WWE need a lot of work right now. I think that there are good tag teams, but they're not winning people over. And so with that being said, Axiom and Nathan Frazier are winning people over. And so they are getting so much love and attention. And it's great to see because you don't often always see, NXT acts getting more love than your Raw or SmackDown acts. And so for me, I see this as an opportunity to be like, all right, we need to do more and try to replicate what we did with Axiom and Nathan Frazier and do more of that. And of course, come up with different varieties of ways to like replicate that. Of course, you can't copy and paste the exact same thing, but you can try to find different versions of that. And when they do go to the main roster, I mean, at this point, I would probably say SmackDown, because SmackDown does have the stronger tag team division. If they went to SmackDown, I think at this point, they're just far more exciting than most of the teams there. So I feel like they would just like grab everybody's attention, be a lot more like they to me are a pretty marketable team because they're cool, right? They're just two cool dudes. Axiom looks cool. Nathan Frazier with the hair and moving off fast the way he does, they're going to be the attention grabbers. And so I actually would love it if we got to see them on SmackDown sooner rather than later.
I definitely agree. I've struggled to keep them as separate wrestlers for so long because they're such a good tag team. I'll be like, no, but they're separate. They're originally were singles competitors, and I've been trying to keep them separate in my mind because eventually they're going to break up, but it's not looking that way. They're too good. I'd keep them together. Same thing you said too, SmackDown.
We got John Taylor here, who, thank you, by the way, Jacob. We got John Taylor who says, Chinedu, whatever you do, don't sing when the Saints go marching in. Denise would really hate it if you sang, oh, when the Saints go marching in.
Of
The
how I
Ricky Saints
want
thing,
to
just,
be.
yes. That song's now stuck in everybody's head. We got Alexander here who says, when is the next so Houston Chinedu? Oh, the next show, Houston and Chinedu, your next show in Houston.
Oh, when is the next? That's so Houston Chindedu. I believe you're talking about, if you mean the improv show, it is May 1st, Houston Improv. Tickets available at improvtexas.com. It's gonna be a great show. Tickets are already selling fast right now. Hopefully it'll be sold out very soon. Also, other videos about Houston every day on my social media pages, man. Appreciate you, Alexander. Much love. H-time, baby. You already know, man.
Thank you, Alexander.
Already.
All right. And Tunde Uwad takes us into our next big topic for the show. He says, my man Chinedu, what's up, bro? Hey, D. Are we seeing both Moose and Obafemi and WWE together next Royal Rumble? Or will they still keep him at TNA or Oba on NXT? All right, so there's a lot to get into here, because the other really big topic of today's show is that we saw Moose come out and confront the NXT champion, Oba Femi. Now, here's the thing. You, me, the chats, people on social media have been saying that we want to see this feud. When we were all sort of brainstorming, hey, what matches do you want to fantasy book between TNA and NXT? Everybody was thinking Moose and Oba Femi. And this is something that tells me, and I kind of already knew this, but I know that, the powers that be over at NXT, they're online, they're seeing what people are saying. They're very, very connected with what the fan base wants. And the fact that they went right to it, I wasn't expecting Moose tonight. I had seen Shawn Michaels' tweet right before the show, and he was saying to expect something big. And I'm thinking, I wonder if this has to do with Ricky Starks, right? I wasn't necessarily expecting it to be Moose coming out there and right away confronting Oba Femi, especially because Oba Femi, when we last saw him on Vengeance Day, the Austin Theory Grayson Waller match, fine, whatever, cool, but it didn't necessarily have people, leaping off of their seats, being so excited for that, right? It was just like a whatever type of match. We just wanted to see Oba Femi retain. And then the big thing that happened after that was him being attacked by the mystery group. And so I thought that's what it was going to be all about. I thought Oba Femi's whole focus was going to be this big new group, right? And so the fact that they brought Moose in, I thought, oh my God, that definitely felt like, all right, we're actually getting to something for Oba Femi that is far more interesting than just, hey, we just saw him in Grayson Waller in Theory, and then and now he's going to be involved with this mystery group and that. No, we have somebody big for him, literally and figuratively.
I agree. I love this so much. We've been talking about it for so long. By the way, Tunde, my bro, we appreciate the super chat now. You're a great part of the channel. All you guys give super chats are a big part of the channel. You make so much happen behind the scenes, man. We greatly appreciate you, okay? But like you said, with a few, we've been talking about this for a long time, and I was so happy to see it. Moose is he's always been that person I've always wanted to see here. What if, especially with Oba Femi, because their promo styles are similar. They're not the lengthy world go on a lengthy promo like a CM Punk, though. They get straight to the point. This is what I'm saying. This is why I'm here. This is what's going to happen. Their promo was not very long. It didn't need to be. Very to the point. People have been saying this. This needs to happen. Let's do it.
They made eye contact. They said they want a match against each other, and then they both raised their respective titles up in the air. And then Moose is going to have a match next week on NXT. He's going to be defending his X Division Championship against Lexus King. So I take it Lexus King is about to lose. Then he did already get a win over a TNA guy with JDC, the former Fandango, last week. So I'm looking forward to that, and I love that we are starting to get. Remember, I had said a couple weeks ago, I'm like, all right, they announced this partnership. Come, let's press the gas pedal on this a little bit. We can sort of speed this up. Like the partnership announcement was weeks ago and not much has really happened. And I feel like we're finally getting into that period where things are finally beginning to happen with this partnership. And so this was right here. We're all in on this, man. I'm really excited because I thought Moose did a really good job when he was a TNA champion and now obviously as X Division champion. And it was funny because I kept seeing a lot of conversations on social media where people would talk about the best champions and things like that. And I felt like from what I had seen that Moose had been doing a good job and he really wasn't part of those conversations. And I feel like a lot of that had to do with the fact that he was on TNA. But now with this partnership, it does really feel like this could be the game-changing thing for his career to give, you know, people like Moose a bigger spotlight. And this is going to be exciting. I don't know when they're going to do the match. I'm wondering if they're going to do it at the MSG Theater show, which is Roadblock. I forgot what day in March. Or if they're going to be doing it all the way until NXT Stand and Deliver. I can't imagine that they would just blow it off on a random NXT. I mean, they could if they really want to, you know, just pop some ratings and things like that. They could do that. But I would imagine that they would save it for a PLE. Do you have any expectations of Moose versus Obafemi? When you might want to see it? What you want to get out of it? Where are you at with this?
Roadblock I thought would be probably ideal, but I mean Stand and Deliver will be great. I mean, it's not that far off. I think they could if the storyline is done well enough, it should happen. They give each other other matches and of that sort to kind of keep each other together though, but not, you know, blow the fuse yet. That would be good to Stand and Deliver though. I would want to see it there though, because this has been like his like big superpower what if feud forever. So I know I wouldn't want to blow this on a random NXT either. I want to set it for the grand stage, and eventually, to answer Tune's question, I would probably see Moose over in NXT before I'd see, you know, over, you know, make a TNA appearance, in my opinion. But you never know. They probably can cross over.
It does lean. I mean, the relationship leans a little bit more favorably towards NXT. Like all the really good stuff are happening on NXT. Like the TNA stuff, and they kind of send them maybe like the lower NXT people that get sent over to TNA. But hey, I mean, let's be real. It's not. Nobody is surprised by that. All right, we got Ryan. Yeah, we got Ryan Adams here, says, took me about a month to stop calling Gunther Walter. Oh yeah, it takes a minute. I think for me, it's just repetition. Like I got to keep practicing saying Ricky Saints and then I'll get used to it. Because once you hear something enough, you just get like used to that. But it's going to be a minute for sure. Thank you so much, Ryan. We got Brandon Rosen who says, this new mystery faction is already giving me Retribution vibes. See, no, not for me. Not yet. I don't want that, because if we get there, then we're not even like, they just started. We got to give them a chance, guys. This is developmental. This is their time for them to like come out. If they're going to make mistakes, sure, whatever. But hopefully no Retribution vibes. As long as they're not going out there with silly names and freaking doing that weird little thing that they were doing where they were like shaking their bodies. I don't even know how to explain that. They just need to go out there and be impressive. And they were doing all of these attacks backstage on NXT, by the way. That was what we were basically seeing threaded throughout the show. But no, I don't want to say Retribution vibes because I want to give this new faction a chance. I really, really do. I think we need a nice, solid, strong, believable, likable faction on the show. And I want this to be it, hopefully, but we'll see. Thank you, Brandon. We got Heidi Ho here who says the NXT ladies killed it tonight. As usual, NXT women are money. Do the hand thing, Denise. You know it. Women are money. I've been meaning to do like a little TikTok or something with it because I feel like I should promote it more, make it a thing.
I think you should, because it's catchy, man. Women are the money, and they still are, regardless of this new influx of guys. The women are still running the show. So I mean, they
main evented tonight, and we'll get to that in a second. But yeah, they really are. All right, we got Sheldon Jackson. Thank you, Heidi Ho. We got Sheldon Jackson here who says, seeing Moose show up tonight on NXT makes me wonder who is going to go up from NXT this Thursday on the live episode of Impact from Full Sail University. I thought originally that the match between Lexis King and Moose was going to happen on TNA. That's what I had originally thought. And when they announced it, I was like, oh, it's happening on NXT. Cool. I don't know. I feel like lately, they've had several people, right? They had Nathan and Axiom go over there. They also had Tatum Paxley. She's been over there. Ariana Grace spend a lot of time over there. They've had several of those types of names go down there. So I don't know who from the guys might make their way over there right now. I feel like they could definitely have Lexus King over there. I feel like he would probably be he would be a good option, I think, if they wanted to maybe do the match twice or something.
I agree. Appreciate you, Sheldon.
All right, we got Saeed Done Super here who says Thorpe Stinker couldn't kill a fantastic NXT show. Everybody was laughing, Chin, during the watch along because my least two favorites, Andre Chase and Eddie Thorpe, had a match against each other. That was the only part of NXT I didn't like was Eddie Thorpe versus Andre Chase. Eddie Thorpe defeated him, and Shawn Spears defeating Channing Stacks Lorenzo. Those were the two parts of the show where I was like, I don't really care about this. But even with those two matches that I didn't care about, it did not take away from the show today. How'd you feel about it?
I felt the same way. If you could tell, those are definitely the bathroom breaks. Like, respectfully, hey, I'm glad you guys are on TV, but it was, oh man, both of them out here. And then again, Andre Chase, to me, it's been too long. Like it has been too long with this character, Andre Chase. Something needs to happen. Where is Thea Hale? Is my real question. So I
don't know, but do you think they're bringing back Chase U? Because I kind of got the vibes that they were today. Those were the vibes I got.
It seems like it. It seems like I feel like gradually with each match Andre has, we're going to see more and more red shirts in that crowd. And so I think we're going to just have like that crowd shot out of nowhere. Everyone's wearing a red shirt. We're back. We believe in you, Chase. And I'm hoping that's when Riley Osborne and Thea Hale come back in to turn on Andre Chase and cost him the match and turn heel.
All right, we got Christopher Marino here who says there's a lot of building to a TNA NXT event. Moose versus Zoba and slowly Fraction versus the Hardys and Cora versus Masha. Yeah, that was something that we saw play out on the last TNA show that I covered. And then also with the Hardy Boys, they're looking like they're going to face the No Quarter Catch crew next week. That's been announced for next week's show. So you are going to be seeing the Hardys make a return. So that's definitely going to be fun for the NXT audience to get to see that. It's so crazy, right, Chin? Like all of these people that either haven't been with the company for a bit or they were released or whatever it is, whoever's situation, whatever happened, all of a sudden they're finding themselves back in a situation where they probably didn't think they would. I mean, it's obviously different for the Hardys because they're such legends and they're sort of seen in a different light. But like even wrestlers that were other wrestlers that are not big names like that were released that are finding themselves back in WWE because of this partnership. It's kind of nuts.
Definitely nuts, but I know for some of them it has to feel really good though, man. You're able to like go to an event. Bangs are banging. I don't say about it, but bangs are banging. You know
They're
what I'm saying?
awful right now, and I move in the wrong direction, and it fucks it all up.
They look great, not the bangs. The bangs. Oh, do you know that song? It's a hilarious song.
I don't
It's
know
very
that song.
funny.
That's almost like, damn, I can't join in. Sorry.
I'll tell you about it, but hilarious song though. But I was man, I lost my train of thought. Yes, but I know for some of them it has to be really a great feeling though to be able to go to have the WWE live event experience, go backstage, see old friends, and for some of them maybe not have to deal with the WWE rigmarole that they may have to have dealt with before. Maybe this is the chance to do some one-offs here, see some old friends, have some fun though. So I feel it's a really good win. And again, that crowd is gonna go nuts for the Hardys. When they hear that music, that's gonna be pop of the night, I think, next week.
I think so too. Thank you so much, Christopher Marino. All right, and let me see where we are at with this. With that being said, we got to get into this other part of the show that led into the main event. But this whole thing started with Karmen Petrovic defeating Kelani Jordan and Jaida Parker in a triple threat to become the new #1 contender. This is great because we're going to see Kelani Jordan and Jaida Parker move in, continue their own feud, and Karmen Petrovic gets the win, right? So she was kind of the one that we had sort of predicted would get the win here because Stephanie Vaquer needs to defeat somebody that has been featured on the show on a weekly basis, but can also still afford to take a loss to Stephanie Vaquer, and that is Karmen Petrovic, right? Now, the thing afterwards, though, is that Fatal Influence attacked Karmen Petrovic 3-on-1 afterwards, right? And her boyfriend, Shawn TV Adonis, was just watching. Finally, he gets involved, but then he gets hit with a chair. So he's just there and gets thrown out. This was so. I started thinking, Chin, I was like, where is Stephanie? Maybe Stephanie should run out there and help her out. She's a babyface after all. This is a girl who's going to go on to defend, she's just going to challenge for her title. Usually in situations like that, the champion, the babyface champion, wants to see the person that they're going to defend the title against be 100% so that it's a strong victory. So I was thinking, oh, hey, Stephanie Vaquera is going to go out there. And then she didn't until like way later. And then by the time she went out there and she started to get her butt kicked by this group, all of a sudden Julia goes out there. And I'm like, hey, had Stephanie and Julia gone out there sooner, maybe Karmen Petrovic would have been getting beat 3-on-1. And then afterwards, Julia and Stephanie started to get their ass kicked. So then Jordan Grace comes out. And so this all turns into finally Jordan, Stephanie, and Julia clean house, and they make a match for the end of the night. Fatal Influence versus Jordan, Julia, and Steph. And this was hilarious to me because I just thought, damn, if I was Karmen Petrovic, I would be so pissed right now. Like, my boyfriend didn't help fend these women away. He could have scared them off. I'm not saying he has to put their hands on them, but just taunt them a little, scare them away. And secondly, she had no friends, no backup.
Listen, that's all Denise, all those things. First and foremost, I'm gonna say this before I get into it. I'm very upset that Jaida Parker did not get a TV entrance. I don't understand what that was about. Didn't like it, but I understand. I'm glad her and Kelani are continuing the feud. They both looked amazing. I love Kelani with the nasty curls, girl. I love curls.
Yes, she did. Yes, she did.
Just curls, girl. Curls, loved them. But in terms of Karmen, if I'm Karmen, I'm so mad too. There's nobody like this girl, like literally no referees, no officials, nobody like it. I watch her get beat up during the picture break. I'm watching the commercials, like she's still getting beat up, y'all. This is still going on. And Ashanti just, oh man, bro, you could at least hover over the girl or something like that. No, my baby, something.
Anything. Distract them. Hey, look over here. Something.
Freestyle rap. Do something, bro. You out here looking. I'll be so mad if I'm backstage. Like there is no way y'all going home together tonight, man. I'd have been mad. Okay, she got beat up 3-on-1, and then the afterbirth had nothing to do with her anyway. It led to a six-man tag that she was not a part of.
Yeah, she was kind of just thrown to the side in this one. I feel so bad. But yeah, Karmen girl, she has a reason to be upset today. Like, she should be the most angry out of anybody today. And that includes Robert Stone, who was attacked at the end of the show by the new group. So with that being said, we did get this main event with Jordan Grace and Steph and Julia versus Fatal Influence there. This was a fun match. But the big thing, though, of course, Jordan Grace gets the win for her team. But the big thing that I noticed afterwards was the closing shot, Chin, because we had, Steph and Julia holding up their championships, right? And Jordan dead in the center, right? She's got no championship to hold up. She's standing there looking at both of them with their championship belts. And I love this because even though they're the top baby faces, that she hasn't necessarily said who she's coming for. Maybe she's coming for both. Who knows? But she hasn't necessarily emphasized it, but that's already twice. That's twice. NXT Vengeance Day, she confronted the both of them. And then this week, she's standing there in between them, looking at both of their championships.
Yeah, listen, if I'm Julia, after the show ended, I'm going backstage to Shawn Michaels. I'm like, hey, Shawn, can I see the creative plans for the next couple months? I just want to see what you got planned. Let me see. I just want to see what you got planned because the way. Yes, am I on them? What's going on? Because the way they booked Jordan Grace in this match, she looked phenomenal. I mean, she's always looked great, but tonight they made her the standout out of both champions, in my opinion. She did a lot of the heavy lifting, and she got the pin. And
the heavy lifting, the pin, she was the highlight. I mean, all of it. She was the star.
Yet she did all the promo work to set up the 6-woman tag. Like, they didn't say anything. And it's like, and again, she's on the mic. I'd be like, man, because eventually, I see her getting one of those belts. In my mind, I see it being Julia's, though, in my opinion, because I don't see them having her waste time with North American women. I'm not saying it's a waste of time, But someone like her, they want her at the top immediately, though. Like, they didn't bring Cody back and make him IC champion. No, we're going straight world title. Although he had a little stop with the world tag team title, that's a little different. But main world title. So same thing with Jordynne Grace. They want her elevated at the top. If I'm Julia, I'm concerned though, because I see her coming for it, and I see her getting that title much sooner than later. I do not see a lengthy run for Julia, unfortunately, with that title.
Yeah, I know. I was kind of feeling that same way too. I've been feeling that way for a while now. I feel like the second when I realized that everything was still about Roxanne Perez heading into that Vengeance Day match, that's when I started going like, oh no, this is not looking good for Julia. And then tonight, I mean, it's not necessarily bad for Stephanie Becerra because she's holding a totally different championship, right? So when you are the NXT Women's Championship, you're supposed to be the top dog, right? Like you're supposed to be the one, number one. It's all about you. And you're supposed to be just the focal point. And it wasn't Julia. It was Jordynne Grace. And to me, again, that makes it worse for Julia. Not so much for Stephanie, again, because she has a totally different bout. She already has the number one contender. She's sort of part of this. But this whole thing with Jordynne and Julia, that one, I think we're probably going to get to. They either got to heat up Julia as an actual champion, make her feel stronger, make her get a little bit more interest there because there was a lot of interest when she came in and it kind of faded away. They need to get some of that back so that we can get interested in Julia and Jordynne. If not, people are just going to be like, put the belt on Jordynne. We want to see Jordynne. Like, that's what it feels like. But at the exact same time, remember when Roxanne was champion and people were like, put the belt on Julia. We want to see Julia. And now Julia has the belt and we're like, we want to see Jordynne. It doesn't feel like we have patience, right? But at the same time, though, I remember thinking like, okay, with Roxanne, it was different because she was killing it as a champion. Now we need to see Julia start to kill it as a champion. We need to get there. We need to see her defend this title one-on-one. We need to see her have more matches. We just need to see something there. I think the best way to win people over with Julia is through her matches.
I wholeheartedly agree with that. Her matches are definitely will be her strongest point, especially on NXT television. She has phenomenal matches. At this point, like you said too, it needs to be a spark. Like right now, I feel Stephanie is on a different trajectory. They're feeding her opponents right now to build her up though. So she's not, I don't see her dropping that title anytime soon. Carmen ain't winning nothing next week. We all know this.
No, bless her.
Yeah, she ain't winning next week. Nothing at all.
And I hope she confronts Ashante the Adonis for this BS because, bro, I would be super freaking pissed if I were her. Also, before we I think she needs to confront him for not doing anything, but they probably won't. Zaria and Ruca, by the way, defeated Lash Legend and Jakara Jackson. Happy to see Zaria and Ruca get a win. Of course, they're this odd couple that doesn't really make too much sense, but they finally got this big win. I thought this was good, man. The performance was good. I love seeing Zaria and Ruca close out the show with Ruca hitting her soul snatcher. That looked phenomenal. I mean, the F5 by Zaria, all of that. They're looking like a strong team, even though they still don't make sense as a tag team. But hey, whatever.
I definitely agree with you. It's definitely an odd couple. I'm just happy they're on TV. They're getting to show their stuff. People are still, keeping them in the fans' eyes or in memories because again, out of sight, out of mind for some of these things. If you're off of TV for too long, people will forget about you though. So I'm happy they're getting their TV time. The Meta Girls is just phenomenal. I really feel it's only a matter of time before they're off of NXT too. I don't see them on NXT by the end of the year or really. By the end of WrestleMania season, I'm hoping they're on the main roster already, though, because they've already done everything they can do on that show, though. But a great showing with Ruca. Amazing Soul Snatcher. That move is just such a phenomenal move. I'm just happy for them. And hopefully they can continue to elevate in the tag team division and challenge for those titles, though, because we need more women tag teams right now. And it gives us something to do on a very stacked division right now. So really good for them.
There's an option. We were talking about this on the watch along, an option to bring back the NXT women's tag team titles. Now would probably be the best time to do it. But then again, I know the actual women's tag team titles, they don't have too many opponents, but they don't send them over to NXT often enough. often enough. They have gone before, but not enough to like try out some more of these teams or maybe have these teams go over there and have these matches with the champions. It's just weird because you got main roster talent and developmental talent. It just, I don't know, it kind of feels a little weird with that division. But all right, we got Jacob Tatum here who says Booker T, oh yeah, to Stephanie Vaquer, move soften. Yeah, it's so funny every time he does it. It's like first it was weird and now it's funny and now we just anticipate it.
Oh yeah, every time. Oh yeah. It's like, okay, Buck, you are
insane. Anthony Giuliano says Jordan Grace will win the championship at Stand and Deliver. I think so too, Anthony. I think maybe even sooner. Who knows? I mean, I think they're going to want to wait for Stand and Deliver because that's the big pay-per-view. But depending on how we're going, I don't know how they can justify not having the championship on Jordan. That's where I'm at right now. Anthony Giuliano says, I'm trying to figure out with Thea Hale. Yeah, I missed her so much. I hope we get to see her on the show pretty damn soon. So hoping we get to see Thea Hale soon. Again, it's just there's so many spots that are already taken up with this women's division, man. Like there's only so many spots to fill. And I think it's more of a creative thing. That's what I'm assuming. But then again, I don't really know. So we'll find out soon what is happening with that. But ladies and gents, with that being said, that is our NXT post show for today. We covered all of the ground. I want to thank everybody who tuned into the watch along. If you tuned into the watch along and the review, you guys are awesome. Thank you so much for the continuous support. I am blown away at how much this show did better numbers than the Raw watch along. So dang, whatever NXT is doing, it is working because it is piquing people's curiosities, which is a really, really good thing. With that being said, Chinedu, where can the people find you?
They can find me everywhere at Chinedu Ogu on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. I'm about to, and you've inspired me to reinvest in my YouTube channel a lot. I think I've been at 15,000 for like 2 years though, because I do more Instagram, Facebook though. But you've inspired me to get back on this and do more videos specifically for YouTube in general though. So I'll be doing a lot more content on my YouTube page. I'm on tour right now. My Age Mate tour. I'm going all over Texas. I'll be coming all over Texas. Pause again. I'll be touring all over Texas and other parts of the country as well. My upcoming dates, February 28th is Fort Worth, Texas at the Big Loud Comedy Club. May 1st at the Houston Improv in Houston, Texas. May 31st at the Upstage Comedy Lounge in San Antonio, Texas. July 26th in Cypress, Texas at the Sci-Fi Visual Performing Arts Center. August 2nd at Roscoe's Comedy Club in Austin, Texas. And the rest of my dates will be available very soon cross country as well. You can watch my my recent comedy specials. Well, that's the one for improv right there as well. You can get ticket links at improvtexas.com. Watch my upcoming my 4 comedy specials are for free on my YouTube page, available right now. While I'm here, big shout out to the homie Roxanne Perez on her success. I'm very, very proud of that girl. This is not for Roxanne. This is the homie Carla, okay? Very proud of you. I was so happy to see two Texas girls, not only two Latinas, but 2 Texas girls in a match on Raw getting down. Homie Raquel from the Valley down here in RGV and Roxanne from Laredo out there holding it down. So I was very proud of that. Honored to be that. Maybe proud as a Texan. So happy for y'all. If you ever see this, man, toast to y'all. Wish you the very best, Roxanne on the main roster. I don't want to see you on NXT no more, right? I miss you, but I want you to be on bigger and better things. If you ever see this, so that's why I'm happy you ain't on here no more. Go on the main roster and go be great, all right? Go and get out of here, all right? But love you very much, though. To all the DWO, please watch the videos from Denise. Thank you for the love on the streams. This girl streamed for 8 hours, y'all. Go over to that video and hit that like button on it. Give us some more support. Comment on it. All the super chats that you've given, we appreciate you guys. Record number super chats. You guys are phenomenal. We love you guys so much. You guys go a long way for all the stuff behind the scenes of the channel. Also, watch upcoming videos from her as well. Upcoming videos. All the content Denise posts every day. Okay. Overall, don't be a dick. Give it a click. Support the channel right now. All right. That's all I got.
Alrighty, everyone. Thank you so much. We'll be back here tomorrow, this Wednesday, for AEW Dynamite coverage. Thursday, Elimination Chamber trivia. Friday, we got SmackDown, watch along, and post show. Keep an eye out. Everything is up here, scheduled on the channel. YouTube.com. You're already here. If you are, make sure to click that subscribe button, and we'll catch you guys on the next one. Bye.